Shut up and sit down.
There you go, we are live. Yes, we've only gone and pressed the right button. Yeah. Hello, folks. Colin here. Festa 67's workshop and the guru himself, Fox from Model Making Guru. Hello, Geese. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine.
Welcome to the Friday Frolic, folks. Yes. So, let's get the pimpage done and dusted out the way so we can get on. If you'd like to help support the channel, keep the content coming, head over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or you can click the join button below this and any of my other video content and become a channel member, or you can click the $ and leave a super chat. All goes in a big pot and helps pay for all of the StreamYard and all of this, folks. All gets put to good use and helps me keep the content coming and helps me keep my hobby alive. So many thanks to each and every one of you that does that. So massively appreciated. But also it gives you access to the Zoom 24/7 off-air hangout, as well as access to the link to come and join me on the Festa and Friends Sunday live stream. So there you go, folks. Oz Scale Modelling has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for your subscription, Oz. You've got yourself a little bit of jingle coming up. Talking of that, let's have a quick looky-loo at the chat, and then I'll come back and ask you what you've been up to, mate. So scrolling up was me and Fox in saying hello. David is in, going, is it time yet? So he did. Manuel's in from MP Model Plastic. Hello, mate, all the way from Portugal. John Alec, Scale Modelling, is in from the other side of the pond, I do believe. Hello, John, how are you?
Hello.
Lord PJ of the Lewis is in. Evening, Colin, Fox, Guffhorn, everyone in chat and the lurkers. Hello, PJ.
Lewis.
How you doing? Everyone's saying hello to each other there. Jeff Light is in, says, hi to Cole, Fox, and all in chat. Hello, Jeff. Love to you. Hello, and Jeff. Maggie, mate. Jeff Light has preempted me. He says, AV is good. Thank you very much for that, Jeff. I do thrive on the feedback because it helps me out. James is in from JC Bricks and Builds, saying, evening, Colin, Fox, and all in chat. Festa and Fox, Hugs to James, Alicia and Shania, and everyone else in the hangout that I broke earlier on because I was being mischievous.
Were you being mischievous?
I was, mate. But anyway, how are you? And above all, how's my favourite mum? See what I did?
You don't really care about me, do you? I'm like the bench bit, and Mum's like the belly bit, and it's like
I don't. You're that sort of best friend of the good-looking bird with the mole on your face, aren't you?
I still exist. And Mama Wolf is fine, thank you.
Yeah. Bless her.
No, we're doing all right. It's very warm here, and I'm sweating like an absolute loon. So.
Yeah, we have been having a bit of a weather wibble, the pair of us, before we went live, because it's a bit warm again, folks, isn't it? It's what's going on with the weather lately?
Well, it was cold. It's cold all day today. We had the heating on, and then like 4 or 5 o'clock, it said, "And now I'm going to be tropically warm, and you've had the heating on all day. Good luck with that. Bye." Yeah,
I mean, H was a bit. Oh, it's a bit nippy earlier. I might have to fire the heating up, and now it's like, yeah, we're cooking, mate.
Sweaty.
Apologies for having the fan on in the background, folks, but don't forget I've got a boiler and everything in here, and yeah, it's a bit warm.
Although, to be fair, we are a certain age. Maybe we're going through the change.
Yes, could well be, yeah, because it's the menopause, isn't it? Because it is a thing.
We are ladies of a certain age.
Absolutely, 5.5. Yeah. So what have you been up to this week? Have you been building anything other than the Baneblade, what we've been doing?
No more work on the Baneblade this week because Pete Mate and James Mate have had me doing lots of behind-the-scenes work at E-Models, and have had to do lots of tax return stuff at the last minute. So I've had a really exciting week this week.
You've not long done your tax return.
Well, it's a different financial stuff for some other people.
Yeah.
So it's like, for the Department of Work and Pensions, hooray! So
welcome to my world.
It's been a fun week of finances and stock.
Absolutely. Well, I primed me Harlequin Star Weaver and all the little dudes from it last week. Now, on this one, I've got the troop to do as well, so I want to have that taken off, and I want to have the troop flying up out of a big crack in the ground. So I'm going to be building the troop tonight and putting them together just so that I can design a base.
Next week, children, Colin will be making a big crack.
Yeah, what else have I been up to? I've been doing a little bit of painting on me Goliath, the Warhammer Goliath, and I filmed and put up episode 1 of the 2-foot tall Robocop build that I'm going to be doing. Fanon reached out and asked me to build it for him, as you know, and me being me, I was like, oh, I don't know. Of course I did. So that's gone up.
1/6 scale.
I don't know. I think it's. I've got no idea, mate. It could be
like
one
the
scale.
Iron Man? It never actually says the scale, but it's probably about 1/6.
Yeah, you're asking a question. All it says on there is 2 foot tall, mate. But you know,
yeah, same with Iron Man. It never actually gave you the official scale.
Yeah, I would have said it was a third of the height because 2 foot, 6 foot. You know what I mean? But yeah. It's about as tall as H. Oh, did I say that?
I'm not even in this room.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've just come in. What's happening? I've just arrived. What's been going on?
Yeah, so I've done that. Primed the dudes for the Harlequins. I've been polishing the
Steady.
Samba bus. The ones I sent you the photos of. So that's going to get photographed this week and put up, and then I'm going to edit all the videos for that and put the build series up on Patreon as a Patreon exclusive and a YouTube members exclusive, and that will stay up there for about a month or so. And then I'm gradually navigating towards the big one, towards the big 1/6 scale tank that I'm going to be starting shortly. So,
navigating.
Yeah, so that's what I've been up to, mate. So
you're looking forward to that big tank, aren't you?
Yeah, quite busy, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I am looking forward to it because it's well out of my comfort zone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who else have we got in the chat? We got everyone saying hello to each other there. We've got Lindsay's builds in saying hello, Colin and Fox.
Lindsay.
Hello, Lindsay. How are you? Also saying hello to the chat. The Bobbins is in, he says.
Bobbins.
How do, chaps?
How do?
We do fine, Bobbins, Mr. Bobbins.
If he'd taken the H off it, it would have been very Yorkshire. That how do, lads?
How do, chap? How do?
How do?
Do you like
Do you like that? Do you like that?
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be up to. Yeah. Now. Yeah, look at how small them diamonds are. Bloody things. Look at that.
Tonight you'll learn 2 things. 1, how absolutely tiny those figures are, and 2, how enormous Festa's hands are.
Yeah, I mean, that is. Yeah. So, yeah, I am that bad that I've actually put more of these in the wish list because I'm a glutton for punishment, you know.
He says to me, you've right stitched me up with this Star Weaver, because I sent it to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, you've right stitched me up with this. And I said, hang on a minute. I sent you the Star Weaver. You bought the dudes of your own accord. He went, I may have done.
I'd forgot that. Yeah.
And I may have, have the other things ready for buying later on.
Yeah. But
so you can't blame me for
that. Yeah, I kind of. Well, you started it. But yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I kind of. Yeah, that's what I'm telling your mum. So yeah. So I think I started a trend.
Yes. You are on trend, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so I've got all the paints for them. They've arrived. I've been thinking, I'm going to use...
Oh, God.
Yeah, for the front part of this, I might actually knock up a tinsy-wincy little stencil just so I can run a centre line down the middle and get the front curvature of diamonds down as a base layer and then peel that off and use that as a... Oh, what's the word? Almost like a guide so that I can then do the floaty diamonds off of it. So I'm leaning towards doing a stencil at the moment.
Well, that would make sense because then your base diamonds are all perfectly aligned and everything else can be on top of that.
Purely and simply because I'm a bit twitchy and I'm a bit shaky and I really want to get this centre line right. So I want to use that and the centre of that. Just run a mask. Probably only up to the windscreen of diamonds, just so that I can get them right on the front, and then I can work off of them all the way along the side with the floaty ones. So what I'm actually trying to recreate is that.
Yeah.
And I'm determined to have a best go as I can, but I'm looking at making a stencil for the diamonds probably up to where my little finger is. About a third of the way along the cockpit.
Stencil.
So that's what I'm looking at doing, and I like the colours of that. And of course, being a West Ham fan, the Harlequins are going to be claret and blue, aren't they? So, yeah.
Of course.
So that's what I'm looking at doing, but that's further on. I've got these really, really microscopic Harlequins. I mean, look.
You've got other sources of stress to sort out first.
Can I just say you're an utter bar steward?
You can. Underneath the bar steward.
But I'm up for the challenge.
Hey, I had no involvement in those figures.
And going forward for the next few weeks on the Frolic, I'm going to be doing a bit of buildy here and there, interspersed between new builds, just so that I can catch up on the Warhammer stuff and get a lot of that built. That can then all go in the projects box. And then I want to start possibly... I might start one of the cars on the live. I might do the Mercedes with the gold wing doors, the modern one. I can't see the make on the box. It's a Revell. It's red. It's the SL, I think it is, with the gold wing door, something like that. But I want to do that one.
I thought you were going to say going forward we'll be painting diamond patterns and there'll be lots of swearing. So.
Yeah, I might have to do that as patrons no old bar stream. What do you reckon? Because it's going to be...
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to monetize it, would you?
No. I'd have a go, but I can't guarantee that... Yeah. Pass.
You'll love it.
We'll be fine.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. Ah, there you go.
Now, don't forget, folks, bench and belly. What's on your bench? What are you building right now? What is your... It doesn't have to be a model. It could be any kind of crafty thing.
Yeah.
And what's in your belly? What have you had for your dinner? What are you going to have for your dinner? And what is your beverage of choice?
Well done, Mr. Fox, because I had forgot in my Harlequin wibble to do that bit.
That's all right. What is your belly tonight then, Colin, my old friend?
I have got fish. Is it fish?
Ooh.
Yeah, fish and chips.
I like the way you said fish.
Yeah. I am that bad today that I even forgot to do my own pimpage, but I did have a bit of an afternoon nap today because...
Crap, I forgot to do pimpage as well.
Yeah, I haven't slept a lot, so I kind of had a little power nap.
Yeah, you're allowed. You're allowed. It's a valid reason.
Yeah, so...
I was knee deep in accounts, so I totally forgot.
Yeah.
I was actually so knee deep in accounts, I almost forgot it was Friday and we were doing a stream. I'm like, oh crap, yeah, that's in a couple of hours.
Yeah, I asked in the hangout, is it Friday? Because I woke up a bit befuddled. Yeah.
Befuddled, you say?
Yeah,
befuddlement was set to maximum.
Yeah, proper befuddled I was.
Davey UK's in, says, hello, Colin. Hello, Princess Fox. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Dave. How you doing? How's your shed, mate? How's it coming on?
Schedularity. Sprue and Glue is in, says, sorry, hi to you all.
Hello, David. Nice to see you again. Have you recovered?
And Oscar Modelling is in, says, hello, Colin and Fox and friends in chat.
Hello, Oz. Nice to see you. And thank you for your subscription to the channel, mate.
Yeah, we spotted that just a few minutes ago.
So thank you for subscribing, mate. Means a lot. Helps me grow the channel. So, yeah, be sure to tell all your mates to come over and subscribe. I could do with the numbers.
Every time somebody subscribes, Colin's channel grows a little bit, and every time you subscribe to his OnlyFans channel, something else grows a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you could say every time someone subscribes, I get a slap off of H. There you go. Watch me numbers go up now.
You haven't got 80 trillion subscribers.
Yeah.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, I proper did a blokey thing earlier. And
oh, God, here we go.
Yeah, how I'm still alive, to tell the tale, I don't know. I'm massive escaping of dodging of bullets, mate.
Go on.
H fell asleep on the settee.
There wasn't a Sharpie involved, was there?
No, but I was brewing one.
No, no.
So I thought it would be a good idea to rest my backside on her shoulder and let a blast in her lug-hole. And the beating I got, yeah.
Well deserved, I thought. I would think.
Yeah.
I think more well deserved because of your audacity of you thinking you'd get away with it.
Oh yeah, I thought she was in that deep a sleep that she wouldn't hear it. But
30 years they've been married and he still hasn't learned.
And it dawned on me, yeah, ears like a rat. Yeah.
It dawned on you halfway through the unclench when it was like too late.
As soon as I did it, I'm like, yeah, I'm so dying.
Yeah.
Felt good though.
Child, aren't you? You're such a child.
Yeah, absolutely. We have got the Bobbins Belly, a Japanese-style bacon noodles thing. Bench started painting the little Bugatti racing plane. Nice one, mate.
Ooh.
And what else? JC Bricks and Builds Belly, fish fingers and waffles. Oh, nice combo.
Bird's eye potato waffles, waffly
James,
versatile.
Did you stack the fish fingers across the waffles like a little raft?
Yeah.
Spur and Glue says Belly is empty. Bench is a Primaris Lieutenant. Nice one. PJ's having cheese on toast. Bench, nothing. Beverage, extra strong tea. There you go. And well done, you and the team on your live show tonight, mate. They did their inaugural.
Oh, it was the first one, wasn't it?
First one. So well done, mate. It was nice to see it. And send my regards to your team, mate, because, yeah, job well done.
I meant to have a quick look back because I was knee-deep in facts and figures, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, because, you know, Elon Musk there, you know, it's like, yeah.
I wish.
Yeah.
It's like the government expects me to give them information in exchange for money. It's not fair.
Yes, part of it, mate.
Curses. Curses. No free lunch.
No. There you go. All of that. And it's like, really? Come on. I mean, really? I'll put this on there.
I was just saying to Colin before we went live, they're all very jumpy, those Eldari.
They are, aren't they? They're a little bit here and a little bit there, and yeah.
They're all a bit like Fame, jazz hands type, hurrah type, over the top dramatics type.
They're very flamboyant, aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, they seem happy little folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As Mr. Ross would say.
If I remember rightly, they carry the knives they carry have monomolecular blades, which actually have a blade that goes down to a single molecule. Oh, right, yeah. And it can slice through anything. Mm. And it also gives you a nasty disease and you die. I think, anyway. I could just be making that up, I don't know. I don't know. Sounds plausible, anyway. There's an eyelash in my blob of paint in the wet palette and it's doing my head get out. Is it laughing at you, dear? And not anymore. An eyelash or a filament from my brush, I'm not sure. Is it a filament from your filbert? Filbert. My belly tonight was... what was my belly tonight? Oh, filthy burger and chips. Oh, was it a filthy burger? Yeah. Mum and Wolf had a couple of chicken drumsticks. Oh, nice. Pre-cooked from the fridge and stuff, you know. And I had a few of my chips and a couple of onion rings as a little treat for being old and rubbish. No. Of course she is. Oh, Mum. So... The legend of Mama Wolf. Yeah, it's easy to say that when you don't live with her 24/7. Oh, leave her alone. Stop picking on her. She keeps you on your toes, mate. Yeah, sometimes I don't want to be on my toes. Sometimes I want to be sat on my arse doing nothing.
Yeah, she does. She does play him up. I give her that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy, howdy does she.
She's an absolute star at that.
God, does she ever.
Yeah. Honestly, she's not as daft as he thinks she is, mate. She's proper. She's more on the ball, I think, than you give her credit for.
The other day I said to her, you know, I'm pretty sure at some point when I was in my late teens, I made a conscious decision never to have children.
Yeah.
She was like, what? I said, just honestly.
She has the mischiefs, doesn't she?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Very good, though. Took her for a flu and COVID jab on Monday, and she was well behaved.
Yeah.
Didn't insult anybody.
That's the thing, isn't it? When they get to a certain age, they lose their inhibition button, don't they? And it's like, right, you know.
They're like, I'm old, they can't do anything about it now.
Yeah, that's my mum's default. I'm 83, you know. It's like, yeah, mum, but you still shouldn't have called him that name.
Mm. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but he prodded me, so I prodded him back. Yeah, but mum, that's his job. He's a doctor.
Yeah, but he's looking at me all funny. That's his job, mum. He's the security guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know.
Does it hurt when I do this is her favourite one, and then she gives him a dead arm and go, did that hurt when I did that? It's like, mum, he's trying to examine you to find out what's wrong with you, love. Come on, leave him alone.
Mum, stop punching the judge.
Why have they got to prod you right where it hurts? I said, well, he asked you whether it hurts. You didn't ask him, so he prodded you. It's like, oh, God, here we go.
Why have they got to prod you where it hurts? Well, they're not going to try and fix you where you're not injured, are they?
Exactly.
Oh, you've broken your arm, so I'll prod you in the face. What?
PJ says, cheers, mate. Had its teething problems, it will get better. Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day, PJ.
Yep.
I mean, come on, I've been doing this for years, mate, and yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Have I got it right yet? Of course I haven't.
Streaming is a lot harder than people give you credit for.
You know, so...
Streaming is not easy. A lot of people think it's just press a button, look pretty on television, but it's not. It's actually really hard. So many plates you have to juggle, as you and I both know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you'll figure it out.
Don't forget, folks, every half hour you can make yourself a cup of tea because there are adverts now. Only goes on for under a minute, but use that opportunity as an opportunity to go and make yourself a cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
I had the option and I've decided to keep it now because at the end of the day, it's all about
living.
Yeah, it's me living. So bear that in mind. I know it probably is frustrating, but it's only 20 seconds. Come on. There you go. Let them go off and I can go around and get all the little bits and bobs off of them once I've built all the legs.
Bits and bobs.
Underneath the bits and bobs. Yeah, that wasn't a very good one, that, was it? It was a bit lame.
It didn't really fit. But you gave it a try. You're a trier, I'll give you that.
The one we did beforehand, before we went live, that was work. That was a good one. We should have kept that for the show, but... Yeah.
Well, yeah, but, you know, hey, they'll never know now, will they?
No, we was proper messing about, weren't we? And it was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oakley dokey. Let's find leg number 6 by powers of deduction. It's right away over here next to number 49.
Welcome to Games Workshop.
Yeah, gotta love Games Workshop, folks.
It is the order of things.
Yeah, so let's try and get that off of there. Have you a bit of that? There you go.
Have you a bit of that?
Jeff Light says, had one lot of addies, but no props. No worries, Jeff. Like I say, I did switch them off at one point, and then I was like, yeah, actually, you know, I've just lost myself 15 quid there. So, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to earn a living, so...
yeah, I switched it back on. So, but yeah, every half hour is what I've selected, and yeah, so why not? They're giving me the chance to earn a few extra bunts, so I'm going to take it.
Yep. It's not like every other YouTube channel doesn't have adverts, because they all do. It's how YouTube works.
Well, the thing is, it's either that or they're going to start charging people to store videos, aren't they? So it's like, I'd rather let them do their thing. But there were options to have gazillions. It's like, no, I'm not doing that.
No.
Scheduling them, and it's something you might want to consider when you start doing your streaming, is just do your half-hour interval.
Yeah, probably will.
I just look at it this way. It gives folks the opportunity to get up, make a cup of tea, have a comfort break, and yeah.
I just look at it in terms of, it means I can buy pot noodles.
Yeah, absolutely. Oscar Modelling says, Belly, toast and Vegemite. Good man.
Oh, yeah.
Bench started the 124th Revell London Bus Platinum Edition. It's in. I've got that next to me there for E-Models, mate. Ooh. Beverage is a Coke. Yes, mate. Yeah. Having done many of the standard buses, I'm now doing the Platinum Edition for E-Models as a future E-Models build. So,
do you know?
Yes.
Being a kid that grew up in the 1970s and 1980s and having to attend school, for many years I thought platinum had a G in the middle.
Oh, really?
Because you used to buy I used to like fountain pens. I used to love fountain pens to draw with and to write with. So, and I got platinum fountain pens.
Oh,
so
right,
years,
yeah.
And for years, it never really clicked. I was like, oh, wait, these are two completely different words.
Bless you.
And I say, was it made of platinum? Platinum. No, it's platinum. What?
Yeah, don't be like Fox, folks.
No, I was only a child and exceptionally stupid.
So that continued into adulthood then? See what I did?
Yeah, well, yeah, but the thing is, I just refined it more. It's more refined now. I'm still stupid. I'm just more clever with it. Does that make any sense?
No, not really. But
no. Good. Keeping on your toes.
Absolutely. There you go.
I think I might paint those bits a different colour. Okay.
Oh, what bits?
The clamps that hold onto the fuel drums.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's an actual corner of one of them clamps that's just completely worn away the paint down to plastic. I'm like, wow, that's impressive.
Of course, yeah, it didn't occur to me you're chipping your bane blade, didn't you? Yeah, clothing, look at the screen, Cole, yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So I did them a slightly different colour.
Absolutely.
Oh, excuse me, burpulons.
Get your burpulons in, mate.
Burpulons.
I do love them little sanders. Absolutely beautiful.
The God hand one.
Yeah, they really.
To use mine yet.
Yeah, they really are. Adorbs. They really are.
Do they give you the fizz in your intimate feminine areas?
Yeah, they're proper. Yeah. It's like anything, innit? We're scale modelers. We do like a lot of tools and equipment. But we like stuff that does what it says on the tin, don't we? And yeah, they dot the I's and cross the T's for me, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, so when the tin just says assorted edible filth, I'm more than happy when it is assorted edible filth.
So yeah, I must admit they're easy to handle. They're tiny, but they can get in all the crooks and nannies that. Yeah.
If you look at one in Colin's hand, it's actually about 3.5 feet long. It's just that Colin's got massive hands, as you know. So.
Yeah, Pete's obsessed by my hands, isn't he?
Yep.
He messaged Fox, said, I've seen Colin's God hand videos. Can't help it, but he's got large hands.
he said, do you have, he asked me for Colin's, like, how do I get hold of Colin on Skype? Because I need to tell him, thank you for the videos, and also that he has massive hands.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by his massive hands.
Bless him. It was like, yeah, loved your videos. And also you got really big hands.
I didn't know he'd actually tell you that.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Because I was like, I won't say anything. And then you said, oh yeah, Pete told me that. I'm like, yeah, he mentioned it to me as well.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, bless him. Yeah. So now, like I say, I've got the baptism of Pete mate when he's had one too many. Yeah. Late night scraping.
Oh yeah.
But it's fun. And, yeah. He's a good fella. I'll give him that.
He's a good laugh, is our Pete.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, especially if you've had a bit of a derpy day. And suddenly you'll get a late night Skype off of it, but it does make you giggle. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You say, how does H put up with me? I would say the same to Mrs. Pete, mate. She needs a medal, doesn't she? Let's be honest, bless her.
Yeah. I would suspect so.
Yeah. But then I can imagine, like me, Pete spends a lot of time talking to the tops of his feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I was going to say maybe she rules with an iron fist, and I thought, but that doesn't really work with H, does it? So
no.
It's never a guarantee.
It's like
it's not
me.
really a guarantee of anything. Yeah.
Sorry, dear, won't do that again. It was incredibly silly of me. Yeah.
Yes, dear. Sorry, dear.
What are you doing? I'm doing that thing you said not to do.
But then again, to be fair, H should know not to tell you to not do something.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's a two-way street, that one. She should know by now.
Well, as I've often said to her, I never had that in my head until you said it. Now,
Now it's
there.
Blush, mate. It's there for all the world to see.
Yeah. So it's like, it's the way she dresses it up. I probably shouldn't be telling you this. What? And I'm like, okay. And then I just blurt out whatever it is she's told me not to. And she's like, what did I say to you?
Well, you see, again, that's a two-way street, because she should know not to say, I shouldn't probably tell you, because she shouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
And you should be able to say, don't tell me, love, because you know I'm going to do it. So you're both as bad as each other, really.
Yeah, you know how well this is going to go for you, love.
Yeah, because neither of us are going to adhere to any of this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just you're just all both lost causes, aren't you?
Pretty much, yeah.
There is no hope.
Oh, there certainly isn't.
Do or do not, there is no try. Do.
Yeah, she does despair, bless her.
Colour me surprised. Paint me surprised.
Yeah, but it's like anything, isn't it? You think she would learn by now.
I think you both know better by now, but no.
Yeah. All right, what's that number there? Is that one? Yeah.
Building tiny people.
Oh no, scary, isn't it, eh? Gotta love it.
Let's have a look. Sprue's building his primaries lieutenant. I can't say lieutenant. I'm British, but I can't say lieutenant.
Yeah,
I'm so used to hearing Americans say lieutenant.
Yeah, I was going to say it's lieutenant, isn't it?
No, it's lieutenant. If we're British, so for us it should be lieutenant.
Oh, really? I thought it was just the same.
No, it's I can't say lieutenant, even though that's the way we're British supposed to say.
Yeah, I've always said lieutenant. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, we're just so exposed to American sort of way of saying it that it becomes second nature.
Yeah.
It's always weird when somebody says lieutenant. I'm like, well, that's weird.
Don't sound right, does it?
No. It's like Lou. It's like Liu. Like you have a day in Lou. You have a day in Laugh. But then again, it's British. We don't pronounce anything correctly.
I'm not saying anything.
Davey says, the shed is a total mess and dumping area, has had the central heating installed this week, so I'll be getting me home and shed back to some kind of normality.
Yeah.
What, you've had central heating installed in the shed or in the home? I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah.
Quite swish if you're having central heating put in the shed. You having a shower put in as well? He says, bench, a total mess, a belly, nothing, beverage, tea.
Oh, nice.
What are you weathering there, Fox? It looks incredible, says Oscar Modelling. It is a Games Workshop Baneblade from Warhammer 40,000. I'm just doing the chipping at the moment. There's like 1,000,000 tons more weathering to go, but this is just the chipping. So it looks really weird because all the chipping is dead, like contrasty and bright. But once it's been weathered, all that chipping will tone down and fade away and blend in. But right now it's like in the measles stage. But yeah, so it's a Baneblade. Big Warhammer 40k miniature, believe it or not.
Massive big Baneblade.
I do like when miniatures get not miniature. But it's a wonderful tank kit, and it's like got like 10 parts, so it's dead easy to make. But yes, it does take a while to chip it because of its bigularity.
Yeah, I think it's one of them you're looking forward to finishing, isn't you?
I don't mind doing all this chipping because I actually enjoy. I've done enough Baneblades now that I enjoy painting these, just because they are so big and unwieldy.
Mm.
The chipping can drag on for a while.
Yeah.
And then once that's done, you get down to everything else. It's kind of cool then. So I enjoy painting these little puppies. Because the thing with the Baneblade is you can do a really complex detailed paint job, or you can do a real quick and dirty simple paint job. It's up to you, but either way, they still look quite cool.
Yeah.
You know, you see these on eBay in places with or anywhere where they've got the most simple paint job, like they just paint it one colour, maybe they put a carbon fiber and then they do a bit of a wash and do some sponge, and that's it.
Yeah.
And they still look good because it's just a dirty, great big tank. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
But I like taking my time and doing all the things. I've also got a very runny nose. Excuse me while I stem some flows for a moment.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just off camera for a sec.
Yeah, I know.
Sniffle. So, yeah, you can't really go wrong with the Baneblade.
No.
It's just good, clean fun.
Absolutely. I mean, I've still got all of the weathering mud and all of that lot and dust to do, so...
Yeah.
But I should probably do a lot of it off air now.
Yeah.
Purely simply, one, I'm itching to get on with the 16th tank, but also I'm mindful that after many, many shows, I just don't want the viewers getting stale with it, so...
Yeah.
It's just my personal thing.
Aye. You've enjoyed it, though. You've had fun.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it, but it's like I just don't want it to turn into a stomper build, you know, which was, you burn out, didn't you?
Yeah.
So,
I got, in the end, I got bored of my stomper. It was like, I'm bored of it now.
So
I need to put it away for a few months.
Yeah, I've still got the tracks and dirt and detritus and that, so I'm going to film it, and then I should just do build update video and do it that way.
Yeah. Probably what I'll do with the bluey car and other things.
Yeah, because it just moves it on, doesn't it? Because I want the viewers getting Baneblade to death.
No, that's my job. I Baneblade them to death.
And that's the whole idea of the Wednesday e-model stream, is it's not just going to be Warhammer. I should be going off and doing other things.
Anything.
So.
Yeah, it's anything we decide to build at the time.
So, just to keep the variety coming, because I'm looking at doing some tank, I'm looking at doing some bus on there, because all the repetitive stuff that I wouldn't film anyway, I might as well just do it on the live stream. So,
yeah,
why not? It's all content for e-models. So,
you never know. 10 years from now, maybe I'll have done a horse.
10 years from now, you'll still be chipping the front panel on that.
Yeah, I'll be doing another Baneblade.
So, yeah. It's just how it works at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll be like, right, now I've spent 18 weeks painting this Beyblade. I'm going to spend 15 weeks painting an Imperial Knight. Yay!
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all product placement.
At the end of the day, it's how you work.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
There you go. Another pair of pins. Get hold of that.
Nice set of gams.
They say there are options. Yeah, right. Yeah, in your dreams.
In your dreams.
Not too fussed at the moment with the bases because they're all going to be integrated into my own base anyway, so...
Base! How low can you go?
See what he did there?
Do you see?
I did.
You did, didn't you?
Unfortunately, I saw. I did, you know.
No, unfortunately. Psh.
Let's
Don't
have
forget, folks, if you want to help support Colin's channel, if you're watching this and you're not in the chat, do click on the YouTube icon in the bottom right-hand corner and come and watch us on YouTube, where you can join the live chat. If you want to support the channel, you are welcome to do super chats with the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window, where you can donate a little bit of money and have a little animated bit of nonsense going on, and we'll see your comment. Or you can support his channel on Patreon by going to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, and you can support him each month. Or you can become a channel member by pressing the join button underneath the stream.
Underneath the
stream. Either way, you're helping Colin keep his channel alive, and meaning making sure he can continue to bring you awesome content every week.
Absolutely.
Like a little diamond. Because without support, the channel will just wither away and become a husk. A husk, I tell you.
Yeah, that's what H says to me. I'm an emotionless husk.
What kind of husk? A withered husk.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, cheers for that, love.
You're an emotionless husk. Am I supposed to feel something about that?
Mm.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, I did. I'm mightily impressed.
See that? You're sitting there thinking, damn, I should have said that when she said that to me. Damn it.
Yeah.
You have to try to remember that next time.
I won't remember. You know I won't.
No, I know you won't, Petal, but hey.
Right. Let's have a look at
Petal.
Yeah, Petal, look at you. What's that? Let's see what they actually look like, so I know I'm building the ones I want. Bit of that, bit of that. One
a
of
little
them.
bit of that. Apologies if you can't really see what I'm doing. It's tricky at the minute to keep the bit I'm working on in camera without all the other bits sticking in the way. So you might just see like the back of the tank or something.
Are you whining?
No, I'm just apologising to the folks if all they can see is the bit of the model not the bit of the model I'm working on. Check your chat.
Sprue and Glue has put in a £2 super chat. He says, no, singing. Oh, not like
What's
our
wrong
singing.
with Colin singing?
Oh,
what's wrong with Colin singing?
oh, little bits of me have died inside now.
Which little bits?
Yeah, them little bits that, yeah.
The special bits?
Special secret bits, yeah.
Oh, going back to your intimate feminine area again.
Yeah. Let's get these all lined up so I know which ones are which. You go there. You look like that one.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll do for you. Yeah, that's Bruce Lee doing his thing.
See,
there.
what we can do now is, if we do more singing, that means more people will put super chats in saying no singing.
Ah, see what you did there, see. See, I knew I liked you for a reason.
Yeah, you just call me Alan Sugar of the YouTube world.
Happy days. There you go. That's
It might be crap, but it made me rich.
Sprue and Glue getting his on-the-screen air guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you're there. You're... think. Very, what's his name, aren't they?
What's that?
These Harlequins, very camp.
Hmm. They're a bit like the entertainment troupe of the army, aren't they?
Yeah.
Even though they're actually like assassins.
Yeah.
I think they're like the hardcore nightmare assassins of the Eldar. I'm not quite up on Eldari lore, you see.
Oh, right, yeah.
But anyone that can go into combat in a big Ponzi outfit in all bright colours, you got to be a bit hardcore.
Yeah. Yeah. It's... Yeah, they've got a look about them, ain't they?
If you looked across a parade yard in the British Army, you looked across a parade ground, and you saw all these different units and like battalions and stuff, and there was one in bright colours, you'd be like, that's the SAS because they've got the balls to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be the 3rd Fusiliers, it's going to be the SAS. We have a special person in, or they have a very special American scientist in.
Oh, nice.
Jeff is in. He says, "Hi, Festa Foxx, Dave Oz, Jeff, Graham, PJ, Davey, and all in chat." And to him I say, there are perhaps places which are outside our universe. The universe is vast and awesome, and for the first time, we are becoming a part of it. That wasn't very good tonight. I was a bit off.
You was a bit off there, was you?
Yeah. I'll do a bonus one. The Earth is the shore of the cosmic ocean. Recently, we've waded a little way out, and the water seems inviting.
Lost your inner Sagan, is that what you were saying?
Yeah, it was hiding away.
That looks about right.
I have to confirm, by the way.
Yeah.
I have an update for you.
All right.
I am still watching NCIS.
Oh, good, man. Proud of you, soldier.
I'm on season 1, episode, I don't know, 10 or 11.
Yeah.
It is being enjoyed.
Good, man.
It is quite jolly. I'm very much liking Ducky.
Oh, he's a legend, isn't he?
And whatever the woman that is his assistant, whose name I can't remember, the goth.
Abby
that's it.
Sugo.
I thought it was Abby. I've not been watching enough to learn all the names yet properly.
Yeah.
It's like I actually can't remember the name of. I know it's like Gibbs is the main guy, and then there's
Denozo.
Denozo, that's it. And
McGee.
the woman who's McGee's the woman, I think. I don't know.
McGee's the bloke.
No, there's only two. There's only Gibbs and Denozo at the moment.
Oh, you haven't had McGee turn up yet?
No, I'm still on first half of season 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know the woman. Yeah, I know, yeah. I know who you mean.
The ex Herbie Derby.
Yeah, see, I can't
Secret
say
Service.
anything because
because there's 19 other seasons you might spoil.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like
so. I've not quite learned all the names yet. But there's I do see. I like ensemble cast programs like Bones, Castle, things like that, where they've got a crew of characters and it's lightly humorous.
Yeah.
So I'm appreciating the fact that they all seem to, the 3 of them so far, 4 of them, 5 of them, seem to gel quite well and get on like they've already been acting for a while. It's quite nice, that.
Yeah. Before all the bickering starts between actors wanting more airtime and
Yeah. Well, no, it's like sometimes you'll get a cast and they're just actors playing parts and there's no chemistry between them.
Yeah.
But it's like in Bones and in Castle, there's chemistry between the actors.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see it just works, especially in Bones.
Bones was brilliant for that, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you get a cast and they're just glamorous actors doing. That's why I've never been up for all the CSI stuff, because they've always just been, oh, look at some actors.
Yeah.
Never like that kind of stuff. But that's
yeah, NCIS, I think, was just one of those. It worked.
Yeah.
Right from the get-go. So, yeah.
But you can tell I'm special because I was like, what's this? Oh, it's all Navy stuff. I thought it was just crime stuff. Oh, and that's what NCIS stands for.
Yeah.
I didn't actually look at what NCIS actually stood for. I was like, oh, it's a crime show. Okay, it's a procedural. Well, there we go.
Well, everything just works together. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah. I love it when like Ducky starts off talking about something and he goes, yeah, right, whatever, bye. Just walk away.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, he's just left on his own anywhere. You just see a succession of doors swinging closed. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. There was one bit I was watching where they've got this like other NCIS agent from somewhere, and he's really, really green and young. And he's like, he asks D'Onofrio. What's his name?
D'Onofrio.
I keep thinking of D'Onofrio, the guy that plays the other guy in Law and Order.
Yeah, no, D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio. And at one point he says to me, so what's this Abby like? She sounds cute, because they spoke out. And he was like, she's not your type. And he says, how do you know? He says, would you ever have a tattoo on your butt? And he went, no, yeah. She's not your type.
She's not your type, yeah. Great show. Always worked for me, that TV series.
Yeah, well, I've got 19 seasons of it, so that should keep me happy for a while I'm eating my dinner. Yeah. I say I've just finished Supernatural. That was 15.
Yeah, never got into that.
In an ideal world, Stargate would be on one of my streaming services as well. But Amazon haven't done anything with it yet, so it's like, oh, because I don't really want to get my like 500 DVD set out. It's like I just want to watch something while I'm eating my dinner. I don't want to have to turn the console on and take the disc out, put it in, and go through the menu. No. So,
trying to think what one it was on. I think it might be on Netflix.
It might be on Netflix. I mean, basically, Amazon own MGM now, but
yeah,
it is on Amazon, but it's not free.
Yeah,
it's not free to Amazon Prime, which is suck. So,
oh, poor you. So you're not getting your fix then?
Well, the thing is with Stargate, I adore Stargate to bits, but it's not the kind of thing I can watch all the time. It's very strange.
No, I found it a little bit wooden, the episode I watched, but then I need to give it time.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Stargate for me is like I can, it's one of those rare series where I kind of remember all the episodes.
Yeah.
So when I start watching an episode, like, oh, this is the one where this happens. Oh, this is the one where this happens. Whereas most series, I don't do that.
No.
Like I've watched DS9 through 3 times now.
Yeah.
And thankfully, each time I do it, I tend to have not forgotten all of them, because there are always some episodes I remember, but there's a lot of like, oh, I forgot about this episode, or I can't remember what happens next.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get that. But with Stargate, I just can't. I just remember it all the time. It's rubbish.
Yeah, I'd need to be more tolerant of a TV show, because if I don't get into it within a couple of episodes, it's like, yeah, it goes on the junk list. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's possible there's sometimes there's series that actually get really good after a little bit and you're missing out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things where like the first season was terrible and the second season onwards was better.
Yeah, this is where he says, a bit like Bluey, dear. Yeah, I know
Bluey's good right from the start.
Mm.
If you don't like Bluey from the start, then it doesn't get any better for you, so you won't like it at all.
As you said, I have no soul.
You have no soul. I'd make a joke about Crowley, but you wouldn't get it.
No.
Because you don't watch Supernatural.
Yeah, your options are very limited with me, aren't they, mate?
Yeah. But you know what? It's not things you haven't watched, it's things you haven't watched yet.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. Optimistically. I'm not doing any chipping on the bottom bit because you don't actually really see that, and it's going to be covered in dust and dirt.
Dust, dirt and detritus.
That's all you're ever going to see when it goes into the cabinet at E-Models. It's never going to look underneath. So
exactly.
You're never going to see underneath the
blade.
Bit slow off the mark there.
Yeah, it's because I'm busy trying to build a kit, but yeah.
Such nonsense.
I know. Shock horror. How dare I try to do something so silly?
I know. How dare you try to do work on a live stream? Sprue and Glue says, Harlequins camp. Ooh, I say, dearie.
They are. They're very camp, David. They really are.
Yes.
But they've got that look about them. They really have. It's like, yeah.
Well, they kind of look like Harlequin gestury types, don't they?
Yeah. And it's just like, yeah.
They're not going to be very grimdark.
No, that's right. Not going to be built like an old car. They're going to be nimble. Svelte, is that a word?
Did you just use the word svelte?
Yeah.
Did you say svelte? I'm very impressed.
Yeah, he says in a non-patronising, you're an uneducated Londoner kind of way. Yeah, I see that.
No. It's not a word you'd normally use. I'm quite impressed.
Yeah.
Svelte. Compact and bijou, perhaps.
Yeah. Right. We have got that going in there. No. Why does that look like a right arm?
You look like a right arm.
Yeah.
He looks like a right arm, he does.
Yeah. Well, that's the number they're calling out for.
It's funny, though, as they look so, like, twee and camp, and they've got, like, some of the most dangerous bladed weapons in the entire Full.Build universe.
Yeah, I know. It's they're an interesting little faction, but yeah.
It's like never trust the colourful camp-looking ones or the little old ladies. They're always the worst.
Yeah, that little old lady with a trolley with a squeaky wheel. Yeah, never trust her. How's chat doing there? Jeff saying hello to everyone. PJ saying hello to Jeff. Graham says hello to David. How are you? And I didn't get a mention again. What's that then, Graham? What? You're not getting enough attention, Graham? Oh, lamekins. PJ said every time Fox mentions Bluey, a small part of me dies inside. Yeah.
You're a cold, dead husk too as well then, sir. Just like Colin here.
Yeah.
Bluey is wholesome and entertaining.
He's like Dreyfus out of the Pink Panther. He's got a bluey tick now.
He's got a little twitch. Yeah, a little eye twitch.
So you say to him, Bluey car, and he does. He sits there and he's like, hey.
And he does that carry on guy with the up, hey.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, put it this way, right? I am the least paternal man ever born. I hate children. I absolutely can't stand children. I don't understand them. I have no patience with them. And I have no paternal instinct. I never want kids. Can't stand them. But Bluey makes me wish I had kids. It's really weird, but I'm thinking, you know, because it's like, it seems like such fun, even though I know it's kind of idealised, but it's like, Bandit looks like he's having a good time.
You do love the show, don't you? You are a proper Bluey convert. I'm
a very dark person, and it's not often that I find something wholesome and light so pleasing. So when I do find something wholesome and light and gentle that's so good, I will celebrate it.
Yeah.
While I watch the rest of the world burn and laugh maniacally.
And he would do that, folks. He would laugh maniacally because, yeah.
I think I might be getting a ping in a few moments.
That's all right.
I can hear noises.
You can hear movements, can you?
I can hear movements downstairs, yes.
It's all good. It's all good, he says, trying to keep that arm in place.
The thing when you've got either a 5-year-old or an 84-year-old, you develop ears like an outhouse rat.
Yeah, could you clean that up, didn't you?
Yep.
I'm impressed.
I'll look after my mate's channels if I can. If I remember.
Yeah, if you remember, yeah.
Right, well, I'm going to go and make her a brew anyway.
Yeah, you go off and make Mum a brew. Any questions? No worries, Fox. Any questions in the deck? Yes, mate. He'll be back in a minute, folks, in case you didn't hear him. Yeah, any questions in the chat, feel free to ask us. And when he comes back, I'll get him to answer them all. There you go. Let's get that in there. And we can then see about getting that in the right place. Which probably means as soon as I release it, it'll fall off, but if need be, the super glue will come out. Here you go. Let's try and hold it that way because I'm a little bit twitchy today. There you go. Something like that. There you go. I want it a little bit jaunty, so I'm happy with that. I'm not going to put his head on just yet. But what a fuss. What a fuss. Stick him over there for a minute in the safety zone, which means I'll knock it in a minute. Right, Lee Eagles is in. He says, hello, Festa, Jag build coming soon. Yeah, subtle reminder there, Lee. I haven't forgotten, mate. I haven't forgotten. I was out of the loop for a little while having some stents, mate. But, yes, it's literally just there. So, yes, bless him. That was about as subtle a hint as what I would get off of James over at JC Bricks and Build. That was up there, mate. I'm impressed. Oh, yes, that will be coming up, folks. I was chatting to PJ about it recently in the Zoom Hangout. And, yeah, he was having a wee bit of a yatter about it. As to the direction it's going to go in. So, let's have a looky-loo then at what the next one is. So that's him done. Next one up was one. And it's trying to match up the legs for each one with the torso. So I've got them laid out how they appear on the box art, but the instructions doesn't actually do it that way. So I'm having to just check each one to make sure I'm doing the right one. Makes sense. Right, let's have a looky-loo. What we got there, that's number 2.
I'm returned.
You are returned, are you, dear?
Yeah, she wasn't making going to bed noises.
Oh, wasn't she?
So I made her a brew and she didn't say, no, I don't want one. She's quite happily sitting there watching Cracker.
Oh, happy days.
So.
Nice one.
Probably doesn't realise what time it is.
Yeah, don't be telling her.
No.
Lee says, no worries, mate. Yeah, no worries, Lee. Like I say, I hadn't forgotten you, mate. It's been on the cards for a wee while, that Jag. It is a beastie.
Hi, Lee. Says hello to me.
Yeah.
Hello, Lee.
It is a beastie of a Jag.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Is it E-type by any chance?
Yeah, it's 1/8 scale E-type Jag, mate.
The most beautiful car ever designed by anybody ever.
Yeah.
And there's no way to argue against that because it's just correct.
Exactly.
There is no more beautiful a vehicle ever made. None of this Italian rubbish.
Go with that one, I reckon, because that's got a bit of flowage. So let's have a looky-loo, see what that comes out like.
I had flowage earlier. It was most unpleasant.
Oh, dear. Not worry about you.
You don't need to. It's all controllable.
It's called the Fox effect, folks.
Yeah.
So that is saying that one. Oh,
We are ladies of a certain age.
It's got checkers on the inside of it as well. Oh, God.
Did I hear a slight...
No.
Some of your cells just actually die at that point.
Do you honestly think I am going to give you the satisfaction?
No.
He has been mocking me mercilessly about these Harlequins for quite a while now. And
Not really mocking, just warming up my Schadenfreude a little bit. No, I think you'll do fine. In all seriousness, I think you'll do fine. I know you like a challenge, and I think you'll relish the challenge. Anyway.
Absolutely. It's all about dexterity, dear.
Yeah.
All about keeping the dexterity going.
Yep. And, about knowing the best swear words.
Something like this is perfect for that because it just gets the old hand-eye coordination trained, so to speak. So that's what I'm calling it. That's what I'm doing to try and keep my...
That's how it works in your mind.
Yeah, just to try and keep my motivation alive. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, what do we do? What do we do there? Now, that is him. Okay. One of them, and one of them. So we got options.
That's a dirty word for you, that.
That's a swear word for me, isn't it?
That's a rude word.
So, yeah, it's got to be number 16. I want to try and keep them to the ones that are on the box, purely because I like the paint job that they've done on them.
Yeah.
And it works.
Plus, it's all there for you. You can see which bits go where and how each it looks. You'd have to worry about where everything's what colour everything is. Can't get my words out.
God, there is a God. See what I did there? This is how it starts. This is how it starts. See, now we'll go into full Statler or Waldorf mode, won't we, us two? Because this is what we do.
So rude.
I know. You wouldn't have me any other way, though.
How rude.
He says, I would.
How very rude. How very dare you.
He says, Festa, have you done a 1/12 scale Datsun 240Z yet? No, I haven't, mate. I didn't realise there was one out. So in answer to your question, no, I have not, Lee.
Who does 1/12? Does Tamiya do 1/12s? They've got quite a few Datsun.
Yeah.
That kind of car, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yes, Tamiya does one.
So no, I haven't yet, mate. But yeah, the Jag. I'm still undecided on the Jag as to what colour to do it.
Well, I mean, the obvious answer is British Racing Green, but then again, that's the obvious answer, which is like...
Yeah, I did one years ago. Do you remember when
Everyone
I first met you and Tony? I did one as a commission build, and that was British Racing Green.
But it's like, but everybody does British Racing Green. That's the problem. It's the obvious answer. It's like, yeah, well...
Yeah, so I really don't know what colour to go for with it. So that was the stumbling block I had. It's cast in red plastic, but again, it's either red or British Racing Green that you see in it. So I honestly don't know. I wouldn't go for a modern colour because I think that would be out of...
Yeah, it's anachronistic. It wouldn't. Yeah,
it wouldn't work because it goes against the era, so to speak. So it needs to be something. But I don't know what think of a colour, Lee. What colour do you think it would go nice as? And I'll endeavour to go for it. He's going to say British Racing Green, isn't he? I know he is.
He's going to say British Racing Green.
But I don't know. I don't know whether black, silver. I honestly don't know. So
I'm not a big fan of silver because even on real cars, because silver never looks exciting on cars unless it's like bare metal, like the DeLorean.
Yeah, I was lucky with my Monza because it's more of a gunmetal.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
So that worked with it. But
I mean, we used to love silver cars when we were detailing because we could do a tenth of work and it would still look good and we still get paid full price.
And being that it's a 1/8 scale kit, obviously colour's going to be important on it. So
yeah. But the thing with silver, you just can't get that high gloss on a silver that makes it look awesome. It just looks like silver.
So
it's difficult to make it look... You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we used to love detailing silver cars. It's like, how much to detail a black car? 500 quid. How much to detail a silver car? Half the work, 500 quid.
Yeah.
It really is half the work if you're polishing a silver car.
Lee Eagle says gloss white. Oh, that's a different one.
Interesting.
Would there be would there be an accent colour to the gloss white for the trim? Would you like the trim done obviously as the kit chrome, like chrome trim, or would you reckon a red pinstripe somewhere? Or I don't know, but gloss white. Oh, like do you mean like a pure gloss white or like an ivory white? Interesting.
I'm not sure with the gloss white whether it would be better to have a green leather interior or a red leather interior.
Exactly. There you
That
go.
would look good. I think red leather might look more contrasty and look a bit more wow interior.
Yeah, white always works well with a red interior, doesn't it?
Because I mean, green would look nice and classy, but red. I mean, either would work, but I think red would be more contrasty with the green.
Yeah.
With the white, sorry. Interesting. Also a tricky colour to get nice and glossy.
Yeah. Like the sound of that. There you go, see?
6 cans of appliance white.
Yeah.
White always looks nice with the stripe of some sort, but I'm not really sure that an E-Type Jag is the kind of car that would ever have a stripe.
No, it was not a thing of that era, was it? So.
Well, not a thing for E-Type Jags anyway.
Yeah, it would. Yeah. Like the sound of that. Oh, Captain Twitchy strikes again.
Pink.
William is in. Dorcosaurus saying good afternoon or evening.
Hey,
hello,
Dorcosaurus.
mate.
Hello, a resident little dinosaur.
Yeah.
Do you know, before a Dorcosaurus grows up, it's called a Derposaurus.
Oh.
Then when it grows up, it gets more control over its abilities and it becomes just a Dorcosaurus then.
PJ says for the Jag, I'd do yellow and dark green leather interior. There you go. Another choice. I know that ivory white is kind of talking to me, I must admit.
I think if it was yellow, it'd have to be one of them proper 1970s bright, vibrant yellows, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Not like that kind of yellow, but kind of the proper 1970s sort of deep, warm yellows.
Yeah.
That used to get a lot of. That was the thing that always used to, the American muscle cars did so well compared to European cars, was just the bright, vibrant colours.
Oh, yeah, certainly. Certainly was. That's the one I prefer, that coat, to be honest with you. It's got a little bit of flow, and I can get the brush in there to do them diamonds then.
Diamond. Yeah. Does that mean when you've painted these dudes, I can call you a diamond geezer? Here all week trying to fish.
Oh, God. Wish me luck. Everyone's saying hello to Graham. PJ, he says, Jeff Light says to PJ, that's a definite no-no, PJ. Yeah.
What, yellow?
Yeah. So it's started a healthy debate in the chat, hasn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, this is the Revell.Monogram, isn't it? Is it Revell.Monogram? The 1/8 V-tail E-Type Jag, anyway, yeah.
I think Monogram's owned by Revell now.
Yeah.
So, and for a while it was Revell.Monogram, but before that it was just Monogram and Revell was separate. It's American model companies, the histories are so weird and convoluted.
Yeah.
It's like, because they all change hands. It's like AMT Ertl. They all get really complicated. And he's like, who is, what? I think Revell is the German company, and then Revell.Monogram was when they bought Monogram.
Yeah, it's American, the American variant, wasn't it, or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, they could then get into America with. It's very complicated. I shall stop because I don't really know. It makes my brain hurt. It's all very confusing.
Yeah, that's the one. All day long.
Excuse me. All day long.
Yeah.
What are you doing all day long?
Harlequin. I was just matching up which coat I preferred, and yeah. There you go. How's your chipping coming along?
It's chipping nicely. It's chip. I think I'm almost finished. Excuse me, almost finished all the initial highlight chipping now. I think I might be moving on to the brown. The most 1970s of colours, brown.
Oh, you go careful. Yeah, is it that mustard brown?
It will be Rhinoxide.
Oh, right, yeah.
Rhinoxide. But in 70s terms, yes. Browns and oranges all the way. And I have to say, I think I've admitted this before, but as I've got older, I've said before that as I've got older, I've started to start liking things from the 70s that I didn't like before.
Yeah.
But I found myself now finding things that have that kind of brown, tan, and orange colour scheme kind of pleasing.
Yeah, we need to get you out more.
Yeah, like, I don't know, it's like we just see things, they've got like shades of browns and oranges, and it's like kind of pleasing.
Yeah.
So like anybody who's watched Loki, where they have the time variance authority, it's all kind of around 1970s-ish. Everything's kind of orange and brown. It's like, oh, it just works. It just works, man.
Works on them colours, doesn't it?
There's just something pleasingly 70s about it. I think that's as much as I'm going to do. Oh, no, hang on.
How you getting on with it? All right?
Yeah, I think I've just about finished this stage. Just got to do this one little bit here.
Proud of you, soldier.
So the problem I have that I run into is that when you're doing this like highlight chipping stage, when you're doing like areas that are going to be heavily chipped, you can't just go in and willy-nilly and splodge the paint around, because you're going to go over it again with the dark rust colour.
Yeah.
It's going to blend together. But I still try and do all the chips really carefully on those bits, and that's what slows me down. I can't do quick and carefree, even though I should be able to on these bits, because it's going to be so heavily weathered here anyway. Never mind. Hey, how are you getting on with your buildings?
All right, mate. Coming along nicely. I'm just choosing weapons now.
Ooh, have you built them all?
No.
The figures.
No, I've only done legs.
One by one.
Yeah, I've only done legs so far. Oh, yeah, my camera's knocked right round, in it. That's why. There you go.
Not right round. How are you doing legs?
Let's just try and move that a bit better.
The best things in life start with the legs.
Yeah, I've got all legs going along the top there. I've so far built arms and legs on one.
Ooh, I like the flowy coat. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it just works well, doesn't it? So, because inside one of the flaps on the coat is checkers. I've got to be painted on it. As he froze. Yeah, I think he's frozen. Could you let me know in the chat that we're still going out on air? But yeah, I think that's Fox froze there, so he should be back in a minute. Just make sure that I haven't yet. So yeah, just let me know in the chat that we're still going out, and then I'll message him and tell him he's froze. Fox stays frozen up. Okay, mate, I'll chuck him a message. Oh, he's gone now. He'll be back in a minute. Could well be that his broadband's popped. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure he'll be back. So you'll have to put up with me for a minute. Spoon Glue says, yeah, it's still live. Thanks for that, folks. Massively appreciated. So, yeah, it should be back shortly. Yeah, Jeff Light says I'm still going. Yeah, no worries, mate. So, yeah, his broadband's popped, so he'll be back in when he's fired it back up. He's talked his broadband to death. That's what he's done. So we've got a bit of a Mohican going in on this fella. So we'll sit and do that. And he's got number 64 for his face. So we'll have a looky-loo to see which one that is. Yeah, no worries, folks. You're going. Happy days. I am sure he's frantically running around trying to check his broadband, but he'll be back when he's good and ready. Forgotten the number already. 64, there you go. 62, 63, there it is. Right down in there. God, that's small. There you go. That was a resounding ping.
I am returned.
He is returned. Thought you'd gone quiet.
My broadband fell over briefly.
Yeah, I got the message, mate.
Yes.
And I've told the viewers as well. So
Lovely.
they all know.
And I've just been pinged, so I have to go and put her to bed as well. It's perfect timing.
That's all right. Just like I say, go off and do what you got to do, mate.
Aye, back in a minute.
There you go. There you go. So he's going to go and sort his mum out now. It's a very, very tiny little mask there, so yeah, Jeff was saying we're still going brilliant. No worries, Jeff. Cheers for that, mate. Thanks for the feedback. Been a while since his broadband's pinged, actually. He's done remarkably well, because normally it used to go every show, so yeah. Like I say, once these are built, I shall be getting something out from the stash. So yeah, I might even start the 1/8 E-type on the live. How's that sound? So I could dig that box out and start doing a bit of build up on that. Actually, yeah, why not? Because I can film it at the same time. So, God, that'll cheer Lee up. That will. He'll be over the moon with it. There you go. That's a big old beastie of an head. So we got that on there. Yeah, because I could start assembling the engine and things like that. I've got to get some detail bits for it. I want to put a right-hand dash on there. So that's right-hand drive. So I've got that conversion to do. Jeff Light says, just a bit of feedback. Addies are an hour apart. Cheers, mate. Lovely. Perfect. No worries, Jeff. Like I say, I've got it set for every half hour, but if they're coming through on the hour, that's even better for me, mate. So, yeah. Cheers for that, mate. Like I say, it's something I've and ahed about, but like I say, if they're offering to make a payment for it, I'm going to take it, because we're all a bit Jurassic lint, so have you a bit of him. See, now he's got the right old hump him. He's there saying, look, I got me big old Mohican, I got me knife and me gun, I'm going to give you a bit of him. Jeff Light says, no worries, mate. Not a problem, Jeff. Thanks for the feedback, mate. So that's him done. I'm happy with that. Oakley dokely. So we started him. So let's choose the weapons of choice for this bad boy. He's got a bit of a snorkely gun going on there. So he's got that arm. Is that the one? Or is that it? It looks like it there. So we'll have that off of there and get that sorted out. So that looks like that anyway. Hey mate, it's an arm at the end of the day. So Jeff says $5 super chat there. He says, how easily are these Harlequins fitting together? Actually, they're going together well, to be honest with you. They're all notched out. It's just I'm working off of that box art, so I just want them to be that particular troupe, because I do like the paint job that's been done on that and the items they're carrying. So that's what I'm looking to do. And because you get so many different weapons choices and that, I just want to make sure that the ones I'm choosing are for the right variant that I'm building. So it's a little bit, because you've got multiple arms and guns and knives and that, I just want to check and double check that I'm doing the right ones. The beauty of which is you do get loads of greebles. So as I end up with torsos and things like that, I'll probably cobble together a few more quins that way. So that's what I'm hoping to do, mate. Is that a right arm? Looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah. But that's a bent one. We want a straight one, which is going to be that one, I think. By the look of it, it looks like a right arm. That's a shoulder. Yeah, that's a right one. That'll do. Have you a bit of that? We got there in the end. Here you go. So that's his arms. And what head has he got? He's got the one with the old rat tail on it. Which I think is that one. 5 and 6. Yeah, it looks like that one. So that's the one we're going to have. That's Jeff's super chat going in there. Bit of air guitar. Quite a delay on YouTube tonight as well, isn't there? Let's have a little looky-loo on that just to see whether or not that's reduced. No, it's still within the time zone. It's about a minute out. So, yeah. Right. 5 and 6, it says there. So we'll keep these going. What's your plans for the weekend then, folks? Have you got family down? Have you got mates coming over? Anything planned? Don't forget as well, for Sunday, it's gallery time this week. So get any pictures in the gallery that you want shown for the live stream. And we'll endeavour to get that all sorted out for you. On the Sunday at the Bench, 2 PM UK time over on this channel. I shall be digging out the 70-second scale group build that we're doing, just so that I can start putting a wash on it and start getting that ready for its final stages. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week. No idea what the others are doing. I haven't asked them yet. So I'll catch up with them all on a Saturday. And then we can decide what they're up to for the show. But yeah, a bit of gallery goodness. Why not? Because we do like a bit of gallery. I certainly do. I enjoy it. Like I've said before, many, many a time, it's inspiration in it. Let's be honest. Keeps us all going and lets us see what you're all doing, because that's what it's all about. So I've got to choose the right mask, and which one is it? None of them. I'm going to end up going back to the first one I looked at, didn't I? Which was one of these, if I remember rightly. That one. There it is. Yeah, that looks like it. Yeah. We'll have that one. Just like that. So that'll be another head and a pair of arms done on that bad boy. Let's put them somewhere safe. And then we can have a bit of a fettle on there. But yeah, PJ says, yay, Jag action incoming. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, I'll just sit there giving it a thought, because I'm filming at the moment just up here. I've got my camera. I'm filming this for the channel, so I can do that with Jag. So yeah, I can then take footage, edit it down, and do an episode that way. So yeah, sod it. Let's have a bit of Jag goodness. Why not? Gets it built as well, because yeah, it's been a while, and Lee, bless him, he has been patient. I know he's looking forward to seeing it done. So whilst I'm assembling it all, I can get some paint ordered then. Nice bit of gloss white. What about interior, Lee? Do you reckon bright red? Do you reckon a burgundy interior? You know, because at the end of the day, you know, I don't mind what I paint. But yeah, it's just something different, isn't it? So, and Lee was good enough to send me down the kit, so he does get dibs on the colours. So there you go. That's a face on that. Jeff says to PJ, I hope you've been getting some good writing time in. Yes, because PJ's writing a novel, folks. Yeah, I know. Because there's no end to this man's talent. Yeah. There you go. So he's looking around, craning his head in a bizarre manner. So his body's going like that, but his head is all the way around. Kind of doing a bit of a strange little movement. It's even further round, isn't it? It's right back like that and all. Have you some of that? There you go. And we got the arms to go on to finish it off. Like I say, I'm leaving those quite roughly sanded because that's my gluing area. So it's almost like a key. Switch that on. Jeff says F1, some research for a Dodge Viper build. Oh yeah, nice one. Spiroglow says there's Fox falling in the paint pot. No, mate, he's sorting mum out. Because that's what the button is that goes off. Yeah. So he's away looking and doing something for mum. Because he is a carer after all. There you go. So that is slightly wonky. So let's turn that round so that I can actually get a good angle of the dangle on it. And then we can start twisting that to marry up the shape. Like so. Yeah. Helps if you put the arm the right way round. Here you go. There you go. So in answer to your question, Jeff, yes, these Harlequins are going well when you put the arms on the right way round. Yeah, if you're a man of a certain age and as blind as a bat, when you then look through your mahoosive big optivisor, you then see that you had it on the wrong way round. Actually, there's a nub on there, so I've got to pop him back off because I forgot to scrape that off. So yeah, preparation, Carl. You can do this. Let's get rid of that, and then we dab a bit of extra glue on there. Can't have nubbage. That'll drive me insane. Let's get rid of that off of there. PJ says, yes, Jeff, using lots of words strung together. Been enjoying doing it too. Absolutely. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, I've often wanted to write a book under a pseudonym. One of them. Get that on. So, right up underneath his shoulder, just like that. There you go. Much better. Boom. And then we we got this one over here. A bit more checking for nubbage. There's one just there. So yeah, what's the novel about, PJ, or don't you want to give the game away? 'Cause, yeah. Years ago, I used to do caricatures for folks, and yeah, back in the days when drawing was something that I was very able to do, so much now. Luckily for me, family have still got quite a few of them on their walls and stuff of sports people that they like and all of that. It's just one of them. Very enjoyable to do. There you go. Bosh, straight in at a jaunty angle. If it looks right, leave it like that. PJ says the flappy moth thing that has been annoying the hell out of me for the past hour is now an ex-flappy moth thing. Serves it right. Happy days. Was it doing your canister, was it, PJ? This one has also got something around its waist there. A little pouch of gubbins there. Okay, so we'll get them on. Do them at the end, actually. All the embellishments. Because that will let me get some more torsos done then. So let's have a look now at the others as to what choices I've got.
I am returned.
You are returned as to what choices we've got for these bad boys.
What choices do you get with those guys? Their weapons and the heads, or
weapons, heads, torsos?
Yeah.
So yeah, you get quite a few options for them.
Yeah. D-Dubs are good at that.
Yeah, it's all part of the fun, isn't it?
Oh, I thought I'd nearly finished the chipping, but there's the whole side to do. Oh well, never mind.
Oh dear.
Yes, and I've got to do with chips on my stripes yet as well. So, oh well, never mind.
Yeah. All the chipping.
Oh, so many chipping. Dee. Did I miss anything?
No, I was just talking rubbish and killing time until you got back, mate.
Nonsense.
Chat's up to date.
Cool. I'm just catching myself up.
There you go. Is that the one?
Right, where was I? Oh,
So,
yes.
Mum in bed now, is she, mate?
Yeah, she's all settled in bed.
Oh, bless her.
Terror.
You wouldn't have her any other way.
No. True. Well, I'd have her maybe the way she was a couple of years ago. But other than that, no.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd have her living on a normal schedule, like, you know, getting up in the morning and not like in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Everything gets a lot more complicated when somebody gets up in the afternoon.
Yeah, but it's what works for her, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I go by my mum. She's the same.
Mm-hmm. Old people.
Yeah, their body clocks just completely go the opposite way, don't they?
I'm not gonna get old. I've decided.
Oh right, yeah.
I'll just stay at this late. I mean, I'm at that old. I'm just gonna stay here where I am. I think I'm quite happy at 50,
yeah.
Whatever I am.
5.5. That's my age. I'm happy.
It's a good age, 5.5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all day long.
All day long, yeah.
So let's find the right sword. I use it on one of the others. But He's finding his sword. He's finding his sword.
Sword.
Whilst I'm debating on that, let's clean that one up. PJ says, I'd rather not say publicly what the novel is. I'll tell you in the green room. I will write it. No worries. Didn't realise it was a secret like that, mate. Not a problem. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do this. I managed to get a big, dirty, great big grey thumbprint on my tan part of my paint, so I'm going to make that a big tan.
Oh, you spone.
Big chip.
Yeah.
To cover it up. No, it's only very faint though, thankfully. So
yeah,
I can cover it over with a Screaming Skull paint chip. Not a problem.
Oh, there you go then.
Easily fixed.
Get your paint chips here, folks, for £8
Mm-hmm. Everything is fixable.
What have we got there?
For £1.
Is that one? Yeah. So let's leave them legs there and find a torso for them. Oh, the legs. Oh, the legs.
Oh, the legs in the world.
That's what we did.
Yeah, my mum was watching Cracker earlier. It's like I had memories of like in the 90s watching Cracker when it was first on, trying to see if I recognised all the filming locations.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was Robbie Coltrane, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it was all filmed around here and in sort of Manchester and these kind of areas. So it's like a few places they filmed.
Why is it whenever anyone says Cracker, I think of Telly Savalas going, Cracker,
Cracker. That sounded more like the penguin.
Yeah. Told you I don't do accents.
You're not as bad as Ted.
No, everything
Ted
what
really
Ted
doesn't.
does is from Barra.
Yeah, Ted really doesn't do accents.
No. Yeah, good old Ted would.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, yeah, we've got, it's this Bundy, isn't it? E-models, yeah.
Yep, certainly is.
Yeah, so got that to look
My
forward
Watson
to.
store.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for that.
I haven't yet located or noticed any large black crawling thing in this room yet.
Oh, is it still, it's still hiding from you.
Well, it's not confirmed. Because before we went live, I was telling Colin that while I was doing some account stuff earlier, doing some financial crap earlier on, I was staring at the computer screen and I think I saw something zoom across the curtain. It's a white curtain behind the computer screen. I think I saw something go, but I'm not sure. It could have just been my glasses frame reflecting light from the lamp. I don't know.
Mm.
So it's either a dirty, great, big, dark-coloured something that just shot across the curtain at great speed, or it wasn't. But whatever it was, I don't know where it is. So there may or may not be a large something in here.
Yeah.
I'm sure
You're made of large somethings. See what I did there?
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure whatever it is, it'll reveal itself at the worst possible opportunity.
Oh, there it is. I knew it was there somewhere.
There it is.
There you go. That's the back panel, right? We're making progress
Hey,
now.
back panel.
And there's the front panel. Get in.
Whoa, back panel. Bam, bam.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out why it didn't look right. It's because, yeah, you haven't built the torso yet. Pilch. Canister wires is that one. You wouldn't think these little things have got so many different options, but they have.
Mm-hmm.
But options is what makes the world go round. That's an half and half boat on there. So let's get them on there, and have a look at. So that's an half and half.
Half and half? Oh no, half and half.
Which is that one? There you go.
Excuse me.
We're happy. There you go. Move all of them out the way. Put my covers on for a minute because, yeah. Okay. Right. That'll give me that wee Doris just there. Get in there. PJ says Fox spluttered, froze, and unfroze again. Yeah, I think his broadband's a little bit derpy at the moment. So,
yes, I'm clearly having some connection issues. Yeah,
so if it does keep popping, we'll just pull the show a bit earlier. But I mean, what are we now? 1:47. What do you want to do? 2:30?
Yeah, Mum's Wolf has gone to bed now.
Mum's gone to bed, so if we can, we'll go to 2:30. But obviously, if there's broadband issues, then we'll go sooner. So that's the plan, folks. So don't forget, either on the hour or half hour, you are going to get a little ad break, so you can make yourselves a cup of tea.
Cup tea. Yeah, sometimes my broadband does go a bit sputtery after about midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. But not
used to have it a bit, didn't we, back in the day with things that we used, and we've changed software since. So
yeah,
it's a lot better than it used to be. But don't forget as well, we have got quite a bit of odd weather going on at the moment. We're going to have an heat wave and storms again, so it's going to be a bit unpredictable. We've got an amber warning down here, so
what, for storms?
Storms and potential damage to life, or whatever they call it. So,
well, I was looking at the weather thing too on the BBC, and it said amazing temperatures this weekend. It'll be amazing summer heat wave in the. I looked at it, and around here it's like 20, 21. Okay, so not here then.
No, so
except for viewers in Scotland or north of England or Wales.
Edward Leonard is in saying hello to us all. Well, hello, Edward. How are you, my friend? Lovely to see you in, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Hope family's dispensed. Well. And I must admit, I do love the Halloween picture you put up, mate.
Oh, with all the...
Yeah, proper. Yeah, if anyone's going to do a good job, it's going to be Edward, isn't it? It's proper out there.
Our colonial cousins do take their Halloween very seriously.
Yeah, he won't be saying that when he gets his utility bill, but...
Yeah, there is that. How much?
Yeah. Everyone's saying hello to Edward. Yeah, nice to see you in, Edward.
Mm-hmm. Nice to see you.
See you, nice. I see what we did there. There you go. Get rid of that knob up underneath the armpit.
Underneath the knob. You didn't even join in on that one.
I didn't, because I don't want to cut my finger with the knife, mate.
Oh, okay.
I was focusing because I've got a sharp blade in my hand, and I was doing...
See, I don't understand that. I'm careless regardless.
Oh, yeah, it's like...
when it comes to blades.
Yeah, I didn't want to do a captured stab at E, mate, because if anyone's going to do it,
it's my job.
Exactly.
I've not even got a knife on the bench. Shouldn't stop me, though.
Jabbly.
Jabbly.
Some of her on there. Right. Edward says, yeah, it's my wife, Christine. I just figured out how to plug it in. She says, thanks. Not a problem. Hello, Christine. How are you doing? Lovely to see you.
To see you? Lovely.
Yeah, the lovely Christine needs a medal for putting up with Edward. See what we did there, Edward? You went straight under that bus, mate.
Oh, damn straight.
No messing about there. Didn't even wait for the stop sign. He went under.
The thing is, right, as all those blokes are terrified of women,
Yes.
a bloke's never going to defend another bloke from a woman. No, they're going to get thrown to the bus straight away.
Oh, yeah, if I'm in the doghouse with my missus, believe you me, anyone that's married in this stream, they'll be in the doghouse with theirs.
Yep.
And when ain't I in the doghouse, let's be honest.
Yeah, it'd be easier to say when you're not, actually.
Yeah, it's all of my own doing, don't get me wrong. You know, so,
Absolutely. It's your own damn fault.
yeah, it's my own fault. I don't learn. You think after all these years I would, but I don't.
I don't know whether it's you're incapable of learning, you don't want to learn, or you just forget to learn.
I just like to keep H on her toes.
But that's what you say to H.
Yeah.
You don't have to say that to us.
But yeah. Yeah, she does despair. It's funny. I think she spent 90% of our married life looking at the ceiling.
Yeah. Never in the course of one marriage has have one person face palmed quite so much.
Yeah.
I can't believe I've got a little tiny bit left and I have to get paint out of the pot. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah. Why did I marry the broken one is normally what she says.
Yeah. Don't disagree 1%, says Edward.
Yeah. The problem is, as well, is I think that if we wasn't in the doghouse, the wife would think we're seriously ill. So even if we're not in the doghouse, they'd be going, he's up to something. He's been too good.
Well, it's like the old adage, isn't it? You don't worry about a 5-year-old when you hear them making loads of noise. You worry about them when you can't hear them.
Yeah. So.
Even I know that, and I'm not a father. Oh, chunky painting. Let's clean that up.
It's just the way she looks at me and goes, oh, tell me you didn't just do that. And I just stay silent. She's like, God's sake, she says.
Is this when you do something right in front of her that you can't deny and then try and deny it?
Oh, yeah, I will try and get out of it.
It's like literally take a handful of cereal from the box. Did you just do that? No.
Yeah. Did you just do that? What did you see? Is what I normally say.
And how often does that tactic work, Col?
Never.
I'm sure there's a flaw in that tactic somewhere, but I'm not quite sure how to pin it down.
Yeah. What do you think you saw me do? And I'm like, yeah, that's really not helping you, Carl.
Yeah, you're not backing yourself into a corner here, are you?
Yeah. It's like, yeah. So we got a bit of that.
You think by now, what you should do is when she puts you in that position, just sit there and go, because you're backing yourself into a corner. What are you making that noise for? I'm just backing myself into the corner now, love. I might as well.
Yeah, this vehicle is reversing. Yeah.
You just sit there and go, warning, vehicle.
Yeah, bless her.
Or if you want to take the real safe route, just go Switzerland.
Well, like I say, you would think I would learn, but yeah.
No.
Wouldn't be me, would it? Let's be honest.
You'd think you'd learn, but then you realise it's you we're talking about, so of course you're not going to learn.
Yeah. I often say to her, but you wouldn't have me any other way. And she just looks at me and goes, believe you me, yes, I would.
Yeah. With that look that just says, just walk away.
Oh, yeah. Start walking,
walk
she goes.
Away now. Yeah, start walking.
Yeah. She'll look at me and go, right, where is it you think you should be heading? And I go, I'm on my way.
I'm on my way, love. Message received.
It does work in my favour because I get to go in the man cave, don't I? So
that's true.
It's reverse psychology. That's what, I convince myself I'm doing. Yeah.
Pub quiz question. What's the thing Festa says the most? Fair point, love. Well made.
Oh, yeah.
Right, you are, love.
Yeah, she's just like, yeah.
In his life, Festa only bought one newspaper, and he still has it to this day and rustles it.
Oh, yeah, my eldest lad will go, mate, even I wouldn't have done that. And I'm like, yeah, but it's after all these years. I said, yeah, I know. I said, but it's fun, isn't it? It's like, you're nuts. I went, yeah, I know.
It's fun, but you still get the telling off afterwards.
Yeah, but makes your day, doesn't it?
Getting told off.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, it keeps her on her toes, doesn't it?
You keep telling yourself that.
Just trying
But
to
it
look
might
at...
work.
Oh, that's because it's sideways on your pilch. That's why you're looking at it. Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense now.
Has somebody built it in portrait mode?
No, someone hasn't done that. I'm just looking at the angle of the sword because
Angle of the angle.
didn't think it quite looked right, and it didn't. Oh. Tell you what, Cole, drop that bit because you really wanted to do that. So let's stop what I'm doing to pick that up.
Fail.
Oh, tell me about it. There you go.
You're having trouble with your angle of dangle, are you, dear boy?
No.
Get pills for that nowadays.
Captain Switchy, isn't it? Now we've got the angle how I wanted it. It makes logical sense. There you go. I know I'm being overtly fussy here, but
No, nothing at all wrong with that at all.
I want it to look exactly like it does on the box for a reason.
Just like me with my chips. Overly fussy, but it's
I
just
can't be as fussy as you are with your chips. Bloody hell.
Yes. Well, you might never know.
You've taken chips to a whole new level of dragging it out. I'm impressed. Panzer's says, greetings one and greetings all. Hello, stranger. How you doing?
Hello, my friend.
There you go. But no, you have taken chipping a Bane blade to a whole new level. I am impressed with that. I mean, come on.
Yep. It's just a shame that when I finish doing it, it looks nothing like the kind of quality that, like, Martin Kovac does.
Yeah,
which curses me.
Yeah, but Martin Kovac is a legend.
Legend, it is true.
Night Shift, in case people haven't heard of him. Friends. Or as,
your mate Martin.
Yeah, as I call him, my mate Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. I'm happy now.
He's happy.
Yeah, there you go. So that's number 3 done. Dude, number 3. I just thought I'd say that. Number 3, Fox.
You've built 3 dudes in one night.
Yeah.
Ah.
You're proud of me, aren't you?
I am. I built 5 in one night once.
Oh, I'll cut you. I built 5 in one
But I
night.
usually do like 2, so you do it better than me.
Right, we got him. He's a strange looking chap. That's the arm that I keep picking up, so let's get rid of him. And then I won't keep picking it up then, will I?
He's a strange looking chap, he says, referring to the dude in skin tight, brightly coloured outfit waving a sword.
He is. He's a very jocular looking fella.
Jocular, you say?
Yeah, I could imagine him doing the I've got a sword in my hand for popular dance, you know. But yeah.
Oh.
All right, so he's got that. He's got a big weapon in his hand as well.
Hey.
So that's one of them. Oh my God, that's a weird looking one.
I've got a brand new combine harvester in my head.
I drove my tractor around the haystack last night.
I can't sing it for obvious reasons, but
yeah. Yeah, that's why I stopped.
Yes.
But yeah, that's got a bit of that on it. A very descriptive way of describing a weapon there, isn't it? It's got a bit of that on it.
It's got a tit on it.
Oh, yeah, never forget your reaction to that. What was that build? That was a stomper, was it? The stomper?
No, it was. Was it a WAS bomb?
Wax Bomb Jackajet, that was it, yeah. Which bit are you doing, that one? What one? The bit with the tit on it? And you're just like, did you just say that? I was like, yeah, it's got a tit on it. I know. I try so hard on this.
Yep.
Right, he's a rather strange little chap there. This is the world of Festa's ramblings, folks. This is what I do.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I narrate.
I'm actually not very talkative tonight because I'm doing stick out tongue painting.
I thought you was ill, to be quite honest with you. But
It's certainly refreshing for you, isn't it? You can actually get a word in edgeways.
that's all right. But no, I've lost my train of thought now. I can't remember what he was on about. No,
I didn't do that.
Yeah, we just say it as it is. I mean, it's got tit on it. It's like, yeah.
This has a bonnet, a small breast.
Yeah.
God, it looks like bird crap all over it.
Right, so he's got all of that lot down there. On his, is that his right tit? Yeah, it's.
Right, swig.
There you go. So we'll have a bit of him. Bit of that. And yeah, we was chatting in the hangout tonight about the build for the New Year's Day stream. We're going to do a little chibi transporter plane because we all like a chibi kit, don't we? Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, can't go wrong with a chibi kit.
So yeah, so young Kev said, "How about we do one of these?" And it was like, sold. Yeah. You know what I'm like. I don't put a lot of thought into it. It's just like, yeah, sounds like a good idea. I'll do that.
You put thought into something. We don't.
Well, this is it, you know. And I was basically saying, well, rather than it just be my idea, let's come up with something. And as soon as he said, how about that little chibi transporter plane, then he sent me a picture. I was like, yeah, ordered. It's like, yeah.
Oh, that one with the plane and the tank that comes out.
Yeah, it's got the little cute, even chibier chibi tank. So
that's the one. I know the one.
We're going to be doing that as a little live at the bench on New Year's Day, folks. Yes.
Oh,
so keep an eye out for that. It was either that or a bluey car, but I knew PJ wouldn't want to do that. See, so
much as you were tempted to go ahead and do it anyway.
Yeah.
You thought,
And then, I don't know whether he'd do a chibi plane or not, but yeah. But that's what we're going to be doing. So if anyone wants to come in and say hello on New Year's Day, that's what we're going to be up to. So, yeah. Oh, he's got a right old bugle on him, isn't he? Yeah, sorry, mate.
I was going to say, I never know what colour to chip red, whether to do pink or a light red.
Yeah.
I'll do pink because I know I'm going to do the brown in the middle. It may look weird, but it will be weird.
You're made of weird. Jeff says, yay, Christmas builds are always fun to watch. Correction, New Year's Day. Yeah, we'll be doing that on New Year's Day, Jeff, on this channel, mate. And it's the little chibi transporter plane with the cutest little tank popping out of its arris. So, yeah.
Chibi transporter.
So, why not? And it's all a bit of fun. We'll probably try to do the whole build. So, you know, we're debating. This is right up Fox's street here. We're banning airbrushes for it. So the whole plane and the tank is getting done in dry brushing.
That sounds good. I mean, the tank would be absolutely brilliant for that.
Absolutely. So if you want to join us, you're welcome. So, yeah.
Who, me?
Any of them.
Oh, right, cool.
You can join as well if you want. I don't know. It depends on what you're up to, but...
Nah, daytime minute for me.
Yeah. So,
unfortunately.
But, yeah.
I'm not going to go for pink.
He's not going to go for pink, folks.
No, I'm going to go for Evil Sun's Scarlet.
Oh, nice bit of Evil Sun's Scarlet. So he did there.
Wild Rider Red. Oh. I've got to try and think how it will look when it's weathered on top of it. It'll either disappear or still be too bright. And it's going to have the brown things. I'll do Wild Rider Red. Let's just go for it. Grab it by the balls and see what happens.
See what happens, mate.
Yes, let's do that then. Let's do this now. Ball grabbing underway.
There you go. So that's the torso. Whilst holding that, let's move his canister into a slightly jaunty position.
Jaunty, you say? Jaunty.
Like that. Have you a bit of him? He's looking down going, wait, you, what? It's down here. In the voice of Michael Caine. Not a lot of people know that. There you go. So, yeah, we're looking forward to doing that.
It does look like a little fun thing to do.
Panzer says, better Festa's ramblings than Festa's fluids. Nothing wrong with a bit of Festa's fluids.
In the right context, they are awesome accompaniments to whatever you're doing.
PJ says, I don't know what a chibi plane is, Colin, but I'm up for it. I've put a link, PJ, in the Zoom 24/7 chat, mate. If you scroll up, you'll see some photos of it. And it's basically like a little egg plane. They're only about yay long, and it's got an ickle tank. So, little chibi builds.
Chibi just means like small and cute, like egg planes, or those little tanks that we used to do on the E-Model show, the Christmas show, the little squidgy little egg-shaped egg tanks and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like just super deformed and cute.
Yeah.
It's like it's a Chinese, it's basically a big Chinese, what's the American one, the AC-130 or something, or whatever it is?
C-130.
Chinese, yeah. The Chinese version of that with a battle tank coming out the back. It's quite adorable. It's quite adorable, you say. Delightful little fellow. It is rather adorbs.
Basically what I said, mate, in the chat. Have a looky, Lewis, the easiest way. I think it was £11.09. So, yeah.
It's a little Meng kit, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're just fun. There's something fun, something silly, but yeah.
Yeah, we did them for the Christmas builds, and they were great little fun.
Well, this is it. It was a very popular thing, but because of real life, we couldn't all guarantee to be around at a certain time. Whereas New Year's Day for me, I'm lucky because, you know, family come round sort of Boxing Day, so I have my family time then, and then the rest of it's mine. So, but it's become a tradition on my channel now, the New Year's Day stream. So. Normally over Christmas I just take time off because I shall do my usual, have the week off, but come back for the New Year's Day show. So, and it gives me a chance to recharge as well, to be honest with you. So
yeah. Plus at Christmas, you just got to sit there watching The Great Escape and Sinbad.
There's another one,
and Jason and the Argonauts endlessly for like 2 weeks.
Food number 4.
Cashier number 4, please.
Right, so we've got a strange little one there. So we've got that with the open torso cut. The open one, mate, not the closed one.
Ooh.
The open one.
Open for business, sir. Why, of
course. That one there. With that on there like so. Dokali, and what number was back of that? Number 23.
Cashier 23, please.
Yeah. PJ says, chibi plane ordered, looks a bit of fun. Oh, brilliant, PJ. Nice to have you on board, mate. I didn't know whether it would be up your street, mate. That's why I said, you know, it's not a problem.
I think you'd have to be particularly cold-hearted and lifeless to not like a chibi kit. No matter what you're into, you can't really look at a chibi kit and go, no, I don't want to build that. They're always like, oh.
Well, I could say that, but then if Bluey came out as a chibi kit, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one, PJ. Nice one, mate. They just look a fun build. And like I say, we're going to be dry brushing them. So,
I tell you, my absolute favourite of all those little chibi things we've done is the World War II's Matilda tank.
Yeah, I liked the little chibi aircraft carrier that Ted did. Oh, that was cute.
That was good, that.
I did the little Sherman and the Titanic. I've got them just over there.
Mm-hmm.
And we did the little pink one, didn't we, as well?
Yep. There's the Santa Claus Christmas tank.
Yeah. But yeah, people do miss the E-Models stream on a Christmas, but we just can't guarantee when we're all going to be about for that one because...
No.
Yeah, well, the timings of it. Yeah, so...
I can't really do daytime stuff anymore, so...
Plenty of notification for you all there, folks.
Yeah. And the beauty of those little Mang chibi World War II tank kits is they kind of look in scale with like a Warhammer tank commander.
Yeah.
It's so adorable. Stick one in the coupler on the top. It's perfect.
There you go, a bit of that.
I think Wild Rider Wed was the right call.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes, I think so.
You're happy with your decision, are you?
Mm-hmm. I think once the rusty bit goes in the middle and it'll get weathered over, it'll balance out quite nicely.
Is that the one? It is as well. Happy days.
Is that the one that you want? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Do you now?
I had chills.
Are they multiplying?
Yes. I
Ooh.
was losing control.
Ooh.
I know. We need to get out a lot more, don't we?
Yeah.
Should we just park that one and not tell anyone? I don't think they noticed, do you?
No, shh. Nobody's watching anyway.
Nobody's watching us.
No.
Nobody loves us, Fox, today. Through the tears. Nope. Through the tears. Read through it.
When I took Mama Wolf out for a jab the other day,
yeah,
I actually took her. We wandered out the place we got the jabs, the pharmacy, and then down the road into the local co-op to pick up some sandwiches. Took her out in public and everything.
My God.
There were no consequences. Well, I got her an egg and cress sandwich. There were definitely consequences for that, but
I was literally there, and then H immediately hustled me straight back home. It was like,
yeah.
It was like, yeah, she really doesn't want me to be out.
Yeah. H knows better than to have you out and about in public.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a problem with you being in public. She has a problem with her being there when you're out and about in public.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. She's fine for you to be out and about in public if you were with somebody else, because it's not her problem then, is it?
Yeah, she's like... Bless her.
I do hate the fact you keep putting copyrighted music in my head and I can't whistle it or hum it.
I know, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Curses to you, my friend.
I'm good at this. He always says that when we come off air. Damn you. My earworms. Yeah.
For some reason, when I was downstairs earlier, sorting Mama Wolf out, in my head for no reason at all popped up one of the pieces of music from the original PlayStation 1 game of Driver from the late 1990s.
Right, yeah, I remember my boys playing that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like set in San Francisco or something. And there was one piece that was just really sort of like real funky. And I found it in a music library eventually. But there's just one piece that always stuck in my head. Because you could play the music on the game disc in your CD player.
Yeah.
So I used to play it dead loud in my CD player. And it was particularly San Francisco-y 1960s. I don't know, funky.
Proper baby boomer music.
No, it was proper like Streets of San Francisco kind of car chasing music.
Oh,
Lots of
right,
very tight horns and drums. It was like, and it was just in my head earlier. And I was like, oh, that's a great piece of music. And why is it there? I don't know.
Why was it there? Because it could be.
Because my brain went, here's a random memory. Oh, thank you.
Isn't it weird how the brain does that to you? It just remembers totally and utterly really random stuff, and you're like, why?
Why? So what is the possible benefit to me having that in my head right now? Or remembering this particular thing that's of no relevance to anything I'm doing right at this moment?
Yeah, it just makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Glad it's not just me that happens to, then.
Imagine what life would be like if, like, because obviously the brain works by neurons firing, and they fire together in patterns, and that's how memories are, because memories are just patterns of neurons firing in a certain order at the same time.
Yeah.
Imagine if your brain worked by just firing randomly.
Yeah.
Like there was no, I mean, apart from like, you know, muscle coordination, things like that. So you're just, it's just random ass crap that fires in your mind all the time. I wonder what that would be like. Probably a nightmare.
Yeah, it'd probably be like a day in my life, mate. Yeah. As H would no doubt enjoy verifying. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I found, started watching occasionally on YouTube, which I do find fascinating.
Oh,
is
right.
AI generated video.
Okay.
Where it's like, it might just be like fake adverts for products that don't exist, but like they just say, you know, but they make it in. So they just say to the AI engine, make a 30-second advert for like, you know, meat flavored something or other, and it'll make, and it's all like, it's kind of this nightmarish dreamscape stuff, because I watch it and it's all really weird, and even the audio is AI generated, and it's got this weird dreamy quality, and I look at it and I think, I wonder if that's what dreams would actually look like if you could see them.
That's a good thought.
Because if you watch them, you look at it, you think that, I saw one and it was basically Bush and Trump eating spaghetti for 20 minutes, but in different scenarios, they're having different conversations.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it was just fascinating to watch. It's not in any way realistic. It's like, it's weird. You'd have to kind of watch them, but fascinating to watch. I just thought, I wonder if that's what a dream would actually look like. If that's what that kind of disjointed, yet it kind of makes sense.
Does make you wonder, though, doesn't it? Why the brain throws up these weird things.
Yeah. What purpose? The dreaming. I saw a video the other day, and it was a little tiny jumping spider.
Right.
Hanging on a thread.
Uh-huh.
And the scientists who were filming it, it was a baby one because it was transparent.
Mm-hmm.
It was asleep, apparently.
Yeah.
But every now and then its little palps, its little eating things would wiggle, and it would just kind of wiggle a little bit in its little curled up sleep state.
Oh, right,
and
yeah.
Its little eye spots that it had, because it was only a baby, little eye spots would move a little bit. And the scientists were basically saying, we think this might actually be indicative of some form of like REM sleep, which is what you have in higher creatures like us when you're dreaming.
Yeah, that's right.
Rapid eye movements. And it's like, so we're wondering if it's possible that this little tiny spider is actually dreaming.
Could well be.
And if that's the case, how far down the rabbit hole does it go? How many things actually dream?
That's an interesting one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be REM sleep without dreams, but it's like, if it is, we never thought that like simple insects and stuff would have REM sleep, so.
Yeah, but I suppose they must do.
Well, they don't, do you?
Exactly. We don't know.
Depends how complicated their brain parts are, I suppose. How complicated are our brain parts? I'd say not complicated for mine.
No, mine's pretty basic. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
The simple things I like. It's just like, yeah.
If my brain was a video game weapon, it'd be like white tier, level 1, minimal damage. We're not talking gold, legendary, or purple. Kind of, you know, iconic. No. Tier 1, white. Dispose of it the moment you get a better one.
Yeah, mine's just, yeah, quite happy to just do its own thing. Well, passes me by. It's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm happy to be in my little zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I need. I'm a man of simple tastes.
My brain hates me.
You know, and it's just like...
It makes me dream about things I don't want to dream about and remember things I don't want to
Yeah,
remember all the time.
Your brain is quite weird at times, I must admit.
My brain, I think, just actually actively hates me.
Yeah.
It never remembers. It's like most brains remember good things from time to time. Mine just remembers all the bad stuff. And I'll be like, right, brain, tonight I do not want to dream about this particular person ever again. What do I dream about? That person.
Yeah, your brain just hyper-analyzes everything. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Please fill my dreams with all the people I hate, and all the places I hate, and all the things I hate.
Yeah, it's like,
Please don't fill it with anything good that I like to dream about.
I normally sit there and go, you're overthinking it again, dear. It's like, yeah, damn my brain. It messes with you, doesn't it? It vexes you.
My brain is the worst.
It's funny. It's like, why? I think, like you say, your brains just mess with you, don't they? It's just like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want an easy ride, do you? Well, let's see what we can do about that.
It's always the way you put your head on the pillow, think an idea comes into your head. That's it, then. Off you go on a tangent. Really?
You're just dropping off to sleep. Your brain goes, did you clean your brushes? Did you clean the airbrush out? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Did you switch your printer off? Yeah. Mm.
Did you put Mum Wolf's headphones on to charge? Did you unlock? Oh, here's the best one. Did you unlock the garden gate for the gardener tomorrow?
Oh, you get that, do you? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, crap. Because then that's like 3 a.m. and I have to go and check it. It's like, oh, bollocks.
Yeah, that's always the way, isn't it? And like you say, everything scary is in the garden at that time of night.
And well, the worst thing about that is, of course, you have to go out the back door and down the driveway to the gate. But of course, it's dark. You can't see all the spider webs that have been built since you last went down the path.
Yeah.
So you have to take a torch and a stick and wave them both around wildly.
Yeah, you get a face full of gubbins, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Because that's where all the wheelie bins are, and spiders love to make webs between wheelie bins and fences.
Yeah, so that's funny.
Buggers.
Yeah, they mess with him. Everything conspires against Fox.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
It's funny when the little gardener chap first turned up, and he's got his little lad with him. You know, they always have a lad.
Yeah.
And he does the front garden, the lad goes in the back, and he came around the front after he'd done the back garden. He says, "You've got a lot of spiders in your garden." It's all the big fat garden. I said, "I know, it's all the garden spiders in the neighbourhood." I said, "Because we're the only garden with like bushes and trees and plants and stuff. Everybody else has just got grass and a children's
yeah, we have our little natural bit down in the bottom corner, and it's just like, yeah.
So we get all the garden spiders that like to make webs between anything they can make webs between. And so he said, you can't walk through that garden without pinging a few tripwires."
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we have that little wire bit, wild bit even, so that the critters have got somewhere where they can just chillax.
I'll tell you what though.
Yeah.
See, I don't mind. I actually quite like garden spiders. You know, the big fat diadem spiders, the one with the cross on the back. I quite like them because they just stay where they are, apart from the one that came in this room the other week. They stay where they are. They make webs. They're fairly visible. They're big fat. You can't miss them.
Yeah.
They don't go anywhere. And I have to admit, sometimes it's quite impressive, the webs they do.
Oh, yeah.
I saw one the other day, and I swear it was in the middle of the patio, and it must have been about 20 foot from one side to the other. So it had a tension wire stuck to a fence here, and then it went across to the other side. And that was a good 20, 25 feet. And then the web was in the middle of these 3 or 4 like supporting lines that were. It's like, wow! It's quite impressive they were able to span webs that distance.
Oh yeah, they're brilliant, mate.
Yeah, I always wondered how they did it, but apparently it just turns out they just cast a line off and it flaps off and sticks to the first thing it touches.
What's that one?
I thought they were doing all kinds of weird acrobatics, like, they just stick in the middle.
Yeah, they're happy.
Way along.
They're in their little happy place, aren't they?
But they always make them right across the front, the French window onto the patio. So you open the window and step out and go. Blah, blah. Yeah, you have to check before you walk across the patio.
And that looks like that one. Happy days. One more dude to go. One more dude to go.
And if you annoy them, they wiggle around in the web so you can't possibly miss them.
Yeah, I can do this. But that'll mean I've built 6 dudes. Jeff says, I've just seen a picture of a Meng French medium tank Subaru S35 chibi model, just adorbs. You know you want to, Jeff. You really know you want to.
Look up the World of Tank, not World of Tanks, the Meng Toon Tanks Matilda. It's adorable. Is it World War Toons? That's what it's called.
World War Toons.
World War II. I think it's Meng as well, though.
Yeah.
The Matilda. It's just the best. I had great fun doing that. Of course, I warhammered it up.
Zip. Really?
Steady. Yeah, surprise, isn't it? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought it? You went out your comfort zone for that build, mate.
I know. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, never thought that. There you go. So it's going to go in there. Right, so let's find the torso for that.
I can confirm I'm at the crap, I've done too much chipping stage of the job now.
Oh, are you really? Have you gone and overdone it?
No, I'm at that stage where I think I have. The stage where I go, crap, I've just ruined the whole paint job. But I usually tend to pull it back and recover nicely.
Yeah.
Usually.
What'll be, will be.
Mm-hmm. Right, just need a white one now, and then we are done with the chippings.
But you go careful.
White scar. White scar. Because if you look at that kind of red on the light red on the dark red looks terrible.
Yeah.
But when I put the brown chipping in the middle of all the light red stuff, it'll look a bit better.
There you go.
And I've got other weathering on the top. It'll tone it down a bit. Tone it down.
Happy days.
I'm charging spiders rent. I get too many in the house, says Graham McRobert.
Yeah.
Yes, at least it's the end of spider season now.
Exactly.
I just saw I've done that one.
How we doing? Oh yeah, no worries.
I should start charging slugs rent in this house.
Yeah, you do get a few, don't you?
Yes, every day I throw at least one out of the kitchen. Pootling across the kitchen floor. Get out. Yeah, little bugger. Have you? So
Some of that. Right, trim that up.
not all of that.
No, just some of it, not all of it.
Just some of it. Yeah, just a bit of it.
You get that off of there. And then we can get the arm on, and that'll be them dudes done then. I say dudes, got dudettes as well, so.
Dudes could be fairly gender agnostic, I suppose.
No, we've got dudettes. They've got attributes that only a dudette would have.
No, I mean the word dude, can that not be used? Can you use it as either or?
Don't know, don't care. I like making up words. You probably noticed this.
Dudettes.
Especially Japanese nuclear physicists.
Yeah, that's always a good one. And nuclear power plants.
Oh, yeah, that's a point. Yeah, I'd forgotten that one. Damn it. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of my, yeah.
Classic moments.
Yeah, we'll put that under the pile of, yeah.
Yeah, the pile of,
Hey, factoids wouldn't be the factoids, would it? It's...
Nope. I always love it when you say something like that and you don't realise, but we'll start laughing.
Yeah, and I'm like, what? What have I done?
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, I've done it again, haven't I?
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
We love it.
The end of the day. Still need to freshen it up a bit, though. Have a bit of a change.
What, to your factoids?
For the show.
And stuff.
Yeah. Got to try and change things up. Keep the viewers alive, isn't it? Otherwise.
Keep the viewers alive, yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it
probably
gets stale, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. Trouble is, a lot of them like tune in for the factoid. So
yeah.
I do like a bit of factoid, don't I? So
I think the factoid is the bit that we can never change because that's like the golden egg, that bit.
So that's fistikins on that one. That's the arm I'm after. But yeah, I sometimes think, we need to give it a sweep, just to keep it relevant. But
yeah, if you think of anything, feel free.
I would say open it up to the chat. But yeah. Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? I mean, at the end of the day, it's not for me to say it's Ted's show, so.
No, but it's for all of us to put our ideas.
Yeah, we've done that before, haven't we? And it kind of stayed the same, so.
Yeah. We just clearly didn't have the right ideas. Maybe. I don't know.
And I was outvoted, wasn't it?
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. A little bit of an arm on there.
You're an arm on.
I'm made of arms.
Didn't really work, that did it?
It didn't, but
no.
I didn't want to go too mad at you because don't want to kick a man while
too much.
Yeah, don't want to kick you whilst you're down there.
You don't want to kick a man while he's kicking himself. Yeah, because it's too much fun to watch. Him kicking himself.
Yeah. So he's kicking himself there. Is it that one?
Kicking himself, kicking himself,
Kicking himself.
Kicking himself, boom.
Yeah. Actually, you've cut the wrong one off. It's the bent one, you spud. I think it looked right.
Bent one, mate. Come on now.
Oh, no, mate.
Pay attention, 007.
Yeah, my brain folds are, yeah. Yeah, go on.
I can say in all honesty, the white scar is a horrible paint. And it's horrible to do chipping with. It's just not plain ball at all.
I would have thought that would have been a bit too bright myself, but...
Yeah, it is a bit, but...
Stick out like a blind cobbler's thumb, wouldn't it? It's a bit...
Well, most of it's going to... Well, on the white, but most of it's going to get covered up. But it's just not... It's not a nice paint.
It's not floating it.
No, it doesn't really do chipping very well. It's not... I don't know
what it is about
it. It just doesn't want to... Play ball.
Have you got anything a bit down from white scar then that'll work a bit better?
I've done most of it now, so I've committed to using it, sadly.
Oh dear.
It's weird. It doesn't seem to most of the paints you do your little dits and dads of the brush and it just makes little chips, but this is like weird. It's just like...
Ain't the air version you're using, is it?
No, it's just it's very chalky anyway, but it just has a very strange way of having surface tension. It just doesn't want to become little chips at all. It's very weird. I don't like it. It'll be fine. It's not doing what I want it to.
It's not doing what the guru wants.
No. It's rubbish.
There you go.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
That'll be that one. Then we can do all the embellishments. All right.
Embellishment?
And these will get primed up during the week. Then put in the projects box to be forgotten forever. Forever. No, they won't. I say we'll get round to priming them and then I can figure out my base then.
Base?
The final frontier. See what I did?
I see what you did there. You took it in a different direction completely. I'm quite impressed.
You are, aren't you? I can tell.
I am. excuse me. Right, well, let's get this white panel over here done then. I think I'm done with the chipping. Well, I've got to do chipping on the wheels, but I'm tempted to do that with the sponge or a stickly brush because most of that's going to get covered up with grump anyway, and dirt and grum and gribbliness and all the words I can't think of.
Well, I'm actually done on dudes there. The rest of it is embellishments, and I want them to dry out a bit before I do them.
Et maintenant, les embellissements.
Yeah.
Sacré bleu. Plume de matin.
Where did I put that? That's going behind there. Let's get that out. But that's pretty much my dudes married up to the box, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Cool.
There's, like I say, there's little belt pouches and all of that lot to go on them, but I can add them embellishments from tomorrow. So
you like that word, don't you?
Embellishments, yeah, it's my new go-to word.
It's a good word.
Whether I use it as much as I did genre is a debatable thing. But I have got greebles now as well, more greebles, just what I needed.
Oh, the greebles.
So we got those done.
Done and done. 6
little dudes.
Sitting in a tree.
There's the first one there. You're rather splendid. Don't know what her name is. Alice. There you go. We've then got Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Hello. Don't know why I did that.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very
naughty boy. That's Fox, that is, going down to E-Models. I'm the guru, you know. Da-da, just hands. Yeah.
I'm going, la, 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 la. Oh, crap, it's 4-year-old. La, la, la.
Yeah.
It's me walking into the door at Warhammer World.
That's Chris going, I'm out of here. He's nuts, that bloke. That's Ted. Did someone say Barra or Mrs. Ted even? Because that's a girl.
Yeah. It could be Ted on a weekend. You never know.
You never know. Yeah, that's Ted going, Titanic. Yeah, it's over here.
Yeah, I'm on it, Pete. I'm on it. It's work in progress, mate.
So that's the team, and that's the E-Models build team there in their little buggy on their way to E-Models Monday. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you'd have to have Ted halfway across the room because he always turns up at the last minute.
I need to get out more. I've got to have a swig of tea
seconds
now.
To spare. Have a swig of tea now, love. Now, don't forget, folks, if you want to support this channel, keep Festa's channel alive and well, please do consider doing one of several things if you're not one already. You can go to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop and support him each month on Patreon. You can press the join button to become a channel member underneath this video.
Underneath this video.
Or you can, if you want to, you can just simply like and subscribe and make sure to hit that notification bell.
You're good, you are.
Either way, of all of those ways, you're helping him out. You're making sure that he can continue to keep this channel alive and keep making content for you. Because if you guys didn't support him, he'd just have to go and get a job or something. Edward
says they look like Elton John's backup singers. Yeah.
I know exactly what he's saying with that.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah. Bless you.
Look to them.
But yeah, I'm saying that now, but when I'm painting them, I'm probably going to be throwing every dagnamit imaginable.
Oh, yeah.
But I've thoroughly enjoyed putting them together, to be quite honest with you. There
will be a significant number of rude words that will occur.
Yeah, I think swears may happen because I have got to put diamonds on that thigh there. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. It's a challenge, isn't it?
Yep.
That's how you got to do it.
Never let it be said you didn't enjoy a challenge.
Absolutely, mate.
Never let it be said you didn't find a challenge that you didn't swear at.
Yeah, PJ says tiny dudes look good. Oh, cheers, PJ. Like I say, I shall root out and get the Jag prepped during the week, and I'll make a start on doing a bit on that, I think, because why
Have I got
not?
time to get some warm water to clean my brushes?
Of course you have, mate. Yeah, I'm just sitting back and relaxing for a little bit because I've been leant over my bench for a couple of hours and my back's a bit sore, so I'm just reclined in my chair a little bit for the minute. Yeah, I'm officially an old fart, folks, but yeah. So that's them all sorted. So I will look at paints and that for the Jag. Just want to scroll up because I can remember earlier on I said about colour. Oh, Edward Leonard Belly was mushroom pizza. Bench would be better if I didn't forget that Alclad matte varnish was not lacquer but enamel paint. The Falcon probably won't forget that I put oil paint and spirits on. There you go. But yeah, the interior for the white Jag, I was looking, Jag action incoming. I'm scrolling up, mate, just to see whether the...
it's twice in one day you've scrolled up.
Yeah, the interior colour was,
I think we're going to need to get you looked at, aren't we?
Dorkosaurus said the reason I'm late is you're making dinner, steak and spinach with brown gravy, topped with mashed spuds, in a pie shell, so it's good. So good, he said I need more. MP went a while back. Everyone was saying good night.
Oh, he's made that in a pie shell. Can you imagine it at the pie shell if you started an enormous Yorkshire pudding?
Yeah.
Oh.
Edward was saying that they're all plugged into 20 amp plugs, so the power bill would be nothing. Sweet as, mate, even better.
I think I've lost the chat. I have to refresh.
Yeah. And that was the tiny dudes would look fantastic in gold lame hot pants, Cole. I'm just saying. Do you know, PJ? I could be tempted to put a gold pair of hot pants on one of them and call it PJ.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
little bit of green stuff, thin green stuff, easy to make.
Yeah, I'm sure hot pants can be created.
Yeah.
He's a bad man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hot pants and a boob tube. I worry about you, PJ.
Boob tube. Wow, when you say boob tube, all my brain does is start having flashbacks to like my primary school end of fourth year school disco. Because that was the era of boob tubes.
Yeah, the 1980s. Rah-rah skirts, leg warmers and a boob tube. What a look, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
1980s got so much. And it's shoulder pads on top of shoulder pads. Do you remember that? The women walked around looking like an American football player.
Yeah. It's like if you ever used to watch Moonlighting, the doors weren't really wide to let the cameras through. They were really wide to let Maddie's shoulder pads through. That's what it was all about.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the cameras. I remember that on Prisoner Cell Block H. We used to watch Prisoner Cell Block H of an evening here in this house when I was a kid. And I remember my dad telling me once, I says to him, I said, why in the governor's office there was like, you know, the normal door you walk in, on the side of the wall there's a really wide door, like 4 times wide as a normal door. And I said, why has he got this massive door on that side of the room? It's just like in a little office. And Dad went, it's actually where they just open that to get the camera in. They've just built a massive door rather than have to move the wall. I went, oh, that's really clever. He said, yeah, it's really cheap. Rather than just pulling the wall out every time, just open the door.
Whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to quickly mute so I can ring H to get her up.
Let's have a look. I don't know what Colin has read, so apologies if he's already read these. Edward says, yes, I punish myself regularly, but I will pass on that nightmare. I could probably do it, but at this time I don't have enough medication and mental health. I think that's because Colin scrolled up. What did you say? Peach would be... no more paint. Matte varnish. I see. Ah, yes. So you put the matte varnish, a lacquer varnish. Okay. So you put, hang on. So you put enamel varnish on top. Yeah, because then you're doing oil paints and stuff. Yeah, be careful. be careful. You can still go carefully if you're doing like streaking and stuff, because you're not slopping thinners and stuff around everywhere. So you can still do like streaking and stuff if you're very careful. Just go easy. The nightmare, where are we up to? The nightmare will begin when you start blending those tiny diamonds. Ooh, I think Colin's gonna love it. It's a challenge for sure. I mean, I looked at them and I was like, because I was sent that kit, and then I knew I wasn't going to build it, so I sent it to Colin because I said, "Oh, you might quite like these." But I was sent that kit, and I looked at it and thought, no, the little star thing, Star Screamer, whatever it's called, the Shadow Twinkie or whatever it's called. That's the one, Star Weaver, and I was sent that, and I'm like, I looked at the diamond pattern and I thought, never going to get built. Are you still muted, Col?
That'll be why. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yes. So I was like, never going to build that.
Yeah. You're a git, a turd, and all the other names that I can't say.
I to be fair, to explain to people, I asked him if he wanted it, and he said, yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, he showed me it, and I said I quite dig the idea of doing that paint job. So, yeah. I'm game. Little did I realise that it's the size of a gnat's wing, but hey, you know.
Yeah, because to me, I looked at that and I thought, well, it's a bit like his old, like motorbikes and stuff that you used to build. You know, when you used to paint real life motorbikes.
Yeah.
It's that kind of paint job.
So, yeah, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to do that. And then obviously these dudes will be sprouting out around the bottom of it. So, yeah.
Going, holla, follow-la.
Yeah.
Fold the roll.
Yeah, so...
but I keep joking that Colin's trying to get out the habit of building like dioramas that are like 1 inch deep and 75 foot long.
Long, thin dioramas. Yeah.
To fit on his long, thin shelves. And I keep saying, so when are you going to design the base that's like a foot deep and 17 foot long?
Yeah. Well, this was after doing that, what's his name, battle thing, wasn't it, with the towing the trailer. And it's like, I kept doing these long, thin builds, and it's like...
You keep trying to get yourself out of doing long, thin builds, and you keep not getting out of it.
But the thing is, they do fit on them shelves really nicely, because...
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you could just build the model and put it on the shelf, and it'll take up that much space, but why don't you just make it more impressive and really fill the shelf up to capacity and make the most of it?
Yeah, I'm looking down at the Warhammer shelf now, and it is a world of madness, it really is.
Yeah. Great big shelf there, asking for things to go on it. Put things on it.
But there's some builds down there that I need to go back to just to finish off. So yeah. Because if you remember at the time, I said no, I'm going to park them, finish them off when I'm a bit more competent with the brush painting techniques, and that's what I've done.
Yeah, you're good to go with the painting now, mate.
But, it's somebody else. I've still got that old truck down there, and that's only got base colours on it at the moment. So, me X-Wing, Wazbom, Dackerjet. Your favourite? Warlek.
Ooh, yes.
And Insane Blade to do. So, yeah, Warlek is in red oxide down there at the moment. Then
Whenever you look at that Warlek, all I hear in my brain is, explain!
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's proper one of them. Yeah.
Edward then says about his funky varnish coats on his Falcon. He says it's the bottom, so yes, it's not the best. But I ordered some acrylic. It won't be here till tomorrow. I was going to recoat it and finish the bottom. Yeah, that's fine. If you've got that enamel varnish on there, make sure it's fully cured. Give it like weeks to cure, just to be safe.
Yeah.
Because if you put acrylic on top of enamel, so make sure you've given it a really long time to cure.
Yeah, that's going to end badly if you don't let it cure. It really is, because
like
we've all done it.
Just to be safe, just literally leave it for weeks to cure. Make sure it's not sticky anywhere, and then if you stick your acrylic over the top, then you're good to go with your oils and enamels, washes and stuff. Then
that's why a lot of the time we'll get to certain stages on weathering, and we just put the kits away to let that stuff cure and do its thing before we come back to it. So,
but I mean, to be honest, before you get to putting that acrylic varnish on it, if you've left the enamel varnish to cure for weeks and weeks and weeks, if you've just got streaking and filters to do, you might actually still get away with it. Because if you're not slopping thinners around everywhere, if you're just using like a moist brush, like you put some enamel painter down over the
moist.
It was coming in my ear then. So you've got your enamel varnish down, it's all cured, and you put a streak of your enamel paint or your oil paint, and then you get an ever so slightly moist brush, and you just that might be all right.
Yeah.
In the same way that you can paint over acrylic varnishes with acrylics and things, because as long as you're not slopping enamel thinners everywhere, it might not reactivate the enamel varnish. So before you put the acrylic varnish on, give it a few weeks, just try a bit of streaking with some oils or enamels. You might be all right.
Can't be a bit of streaking.
Yeah, if that's all you've got to put on top of it, like some varnishing and stuff, try it. You might like it.
Oh yeah, it's got to be done.
But yeah.
You've got to try all the things at the end of the day. That's what this is all about. It's all a learning curve, isn't it?
Just leave that enamel varnish for like a long time to cure.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I think it was something that was said on PJ's show earlier on tonight about how the hobby's changed and things that you've now learned in the hobby that you didn't know when you first got back into it.
Everything.
All the weathering techniques and all this internet, this community that lives inside the computer. The inspiration you get from that and just conversing with people in the hangouts, and they'll go, oh, I use this technique. If you tried this, or I've got this product, what do you reckon? That might help you out. And then you find different things, I mean, we're from the generation where a bit of weathering was a dry brush on the edges, wasn't it? Do you remember? And then one shade of Tamiya wash or Vallejo wash even. And that was it, wasn't it?
Well, I was about to say, and I had this thought the other night, actually, but when I first started modelling when I was a kid, you spot on, it was basically, weathering was a silver dry brush and then a black wash.
Yeah, that was it.
And maybe an earth colour dry brush if you wanted dust on the wheels. And I was thinking the other day, a couple of years ago, when I was going to build that T62 tank for E-Models.
Yes.
Because that was the first tank, that was the first kit I ever built and painted properly that my dad bought me. He said, right, do it properly, here's all the paints. So I was going to rebuild it and say this, and I thought the other night what I should have done is got two of them and built one as I would build it now, and one in the style of when I was like 14.
Yeah, see, I haven't got no models from that era, because when I left home, everything that I had was pretty much lobbed out. So, I haven't got anything to compare it to, so, which is a shame.
I would just literally build them both, paint them both at the same time, but paint one in the modern style and one in the way I would have painted it when I was 14.
Yeah.
So people could see, this is the way I used to do it, and this is the way I do it now. But so if I ever go back to that T62 tank for E-Models, I might get another one and do them both at the same time. Because it's supposed to be like me rebuilding my channel.
Well, yeah, you got a bit anxious, didn't you, because of its connotations with the current conflict. And it's like, dude, like I said to you at the time, don't overthink it, because we all sit and build World War II tanks. So, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know, it's not on my, it's E-Models thing there, so I'm not gonna open up their channel to.
Yeah, but then I could counter that with saying, well, if they was that bothered, why would they be selling it? So.
Well, I know, but it's moot anyway.
Absolutely.
So the point was, I was going to do two at the same time and paint them in two different ways. So I might still do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that'd be interesting. Because it literally was like dry brush of black, dry brush of whatever, and then a black wash.
Yeah,
and a brown wash for the skin. It was so basic.
I mean, that's the thing that surprised me coming back to the hobby, was all the different pigment powders, all the different weathering powders and textures, like muddy ground, snow, grass, static grass applicators, all of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Especially for me, the whole 3D printing thing, because when I got my 3D printers, I got them on the premise that I wanted to integrate as much as possible that process into the hobby, and that's what I've endeavoured to do. And that for me was a massive boost, because it's enabled me to put some of the visions that are in this damn brain of mine into reality.
Yeah. It's amazing though, like the totality of like what I know now compared to what I knew in the late 1980s. It's like it's literally nothing.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know about primers. I was brush painting Tamiya paints right onto the plastic.
Oh yeah, I mean, I, as I've said before, when I do the gallery shows, I get a lot of inspiration from other people's work because, you know, I'm just like everyone else. I'm just a middle-aged fella, an average model builder that puts out content, but I like to learn new things with it. If I felt that I couldn't learn something new in this hobby, I'd stop. Yeah, because I love it. No, Edward did it recently with the dirty down. Have you tried this? Have you tried thinning it with this? This might give you that effect. I love all of that because it's all feedback. And you sit there and you go, actually, I hadn't thought of that. I'll give that a go. Bang. Oh, bloody hell. Cheers, mate. See, job done, isn't it?
Yeah, see, I'm a little bit different in that I don't mind not learning new things every time I do something. I'm happy if I was never going to learn any more techniques ever, I'd be like, okay, that's fine.
I couldn't.
Because my fun is not in the techniques, but the thing I'm actually painting. So as long as there were cool models for me to paint, I actually like the model and was it fun to paint it. Yeah. I wouldn't mind if my techniques were stopped at that point and I'd never learn anything new.
Oh no, I'd be like, well, I like the models, but I want to consistently improve. It's like anything. Yeah. If you didn't think now that you could improve your techniques in 2 or 3 years' time, where's the motivation? You know, you look at, say, for instance, where you was a decade ago, and then suddenly you discovered Warhammer and the whole new different way of doing brushwork and things like that. That gave you a new passion, didn't it? A new sense of it. And that's what I mean. You know, I have to learn new things, and I'll look at, say, for instance, MFH kits. There's an example. I've never built one. I'd love to do one. Now, I've not built one, so I would look at people that regularly build them and then say, here, you've built a lot of them, and I pick their brains because none of us know everything, do we? Let's be honest.
No, God, no, of course we don't. But I mean, I wouldn't have a problem not learning new things, but I think just in the course of just looking for cool things to make and paint. Yeah. I think like you with the MFH, we'll always come across something that then requires a new technique. And,
absolutely. I don't know how to do that. And that inspires me. Yeah, I
mean, even if I'm lazy, and I'm like, if I can just make anything I want with the techniques I've got now, that's fine. Don't have to learn anything new. But I know that over the course of time, I just go for that's cool. I want to build it, and over time, some of those things will include stuff I don't understand.
Oh yeah, I mean,
that's cool. That's cool.
You know, privately, my little battle that I've got. So as my dexterity is waning, I'm having to adapt techniques that I've already learned to cope with them sort of problems. So you have to consistently adapt how you do things and learn new ways of doing it. And that just keeps you going, doesn't it? Otherwise, we would pack the bench away and give up. And that's not going to happen, is it? So I listen to and watch other streams and shows and people work, and I think, with my issues, actually that technique might help me achieve that, because
there'll always be something new.
Yeah, and that keeps you going, doesn't it? And I get a buzz off of that.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like it's a very limited number of things that we need to do to a model to make it look a certain way, but it's the number of ways that there are to get that, to do that thing that's the interesting stuff. There's only like a limited number of things. You'll need to appreciate it. You'll need to post it. You need to put weathering and chipping. Nobody's going to discover a whole new thing to do to a model that's never been done before. But it's the techniques to do the things to models.
Absolutely. PJ says, I like learning new stuff. It keeps his interest level high. This is the thing, isn't it? You know, if you didn't strive to learn new things, then the wheel would never have been invented, would it?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just lazy. I mean, I will admit I am lazy though.
You know, but there's always someone out there that has got a way of doing something that is a little bit better than the technique you're using, and it's not them. Yeah, it's not them going, "I am better than you." That's looking at it. It's funny. A lot of the younger folks that are coming into the hobby, they're like, a lot of you older fellas are so set in your ways, whereas I'm not. You know, I look at someone like Luke Wald. Is a classic example. Scale Motor is a Welsh chap, and he is a really, really talented builder. And I've been building motorcycle models probably longer than Luke has been alive. And he came up with something where he just put the body parts on the actual bike frame, screwed it all together, done all these decals, took it apart, and then carried on building the bike. And I thought, what a genius idea. Because how many times have bike builders out there sat there and they've had a fairing on the mat and the tank and they're trying to line the decals up? Whereas he don't. He paints it, he clears it, and then assembles it together on the frame. No engine, no ancillaries, just that. And then decals it, and then he can take that off, clear it, put that to one side and build the bike. And I looked at that and I thought, that is genius. Now,
it's one of those things that's so obvious, but that you don't think of it.
But I thought, I'm not going to patronise the guy, you know, because of his age. It's got nothing to do with it. I looked at that and thought, there's a new way of doing it there, and I think that is brilliant. And that's what I've now started doing on all my bike builds. So well done, Luke. Brilliant idea. Everyone should do it. And it's a bit like Paul Bretland with his body shells. He does the body shell first. He paints it, clears it, decals it, and then puts the shell over there and then builds the rest of the vehicle. Different ways of doing things.
I mean, I'm one of those people that I don't go out my way to learn new things because I'm too lazy, but I'm happy to accidentally learn things as I come across them. So I won't sit there and think, I need to learn a new way to do X, because I'm happy with how I do it. But if I come across somebody doing it different, I'm like, oh, that's kind of like that. I find,
because obviously I have to improvise, overcome and adapt because of the MS. So if I look at ways that people might be doing something and achieving the same results as I do, but they're actually doing it in a way that would be easier for me to do because of my dexterity. So that, for me, keeps my motivation to keep going in the hobby alive. I'm all for that, because none of us are too old to learn new tricks. And if you didn't think you could learn something new or a better process, to me, I find I would hate not to be able to learn something new in this hobby. Be it a genre, a category of build, or a process. It's
I mean, I'm one of those people. I'm happy to steal any technique I could come across that I think might look cool.
I do. I look at ways of doing, like night shifts. A prime example, our mate Martin. You look at something and you look at that tank tracks. There you go. Look at how he does his tank tracks. Now, we've all been doing it a set way for years, and yet we've took little snippets from what he's doing, and we implemented a bit of it on Lehman, didn't we? And it was such a different way of doing it.
I'm not ashamed anyway to say I've totally stolen that idea from his tank tracks. I'm not very good at it. I've not figured it out yet. I'm still learning it. But that's how we all do this. It's not stealing. It's just,
him and Laser Creation World. If you want to learn dioramas, rusting, weathering, or anything like that, go and watch Night Shift and Laser Creation World. Honestly, I binge watch their stuff, and I've learnt so much new stuff from these two young folks. Fair play to them, because what we've been doing for years is a layer by layer by layer process. He's a bit like Bob Ross, isn't he? He puts three different colours on a brush and goes flick, and it's done. And you're like, how did he just do that?
Like when he puts the little squiggly patterns on the paint to give it highlights, and it's like,
it's genius, but such a refreshing, new, visionary way of doing things, and I love that.
Refreshing change.
PJ says I steal techniques all the time. Absolutely, we acquire them and we put them in our little box of tricks, don't we?
I mean, this is how the hobby works, isn't it? It's not right. We say steal jokingly because it's not stealing at all.
If I've blatantly robbed a technique, I just give them a credit at the end of the video. New painting technique, blah blah blah. Go and watch this channel, and just give them a little acknowledgement, because I have pinched their technique at the end of the day.
But in all reality, though, I mean, at the end of the day, they probably picked it up from somebody else themselves anyway. Nobody, you know.
Oh, no, but it's credit where credit's due. I mean, how many times have I said, you know, oh, by the way, you know, like this chipping thing, well, you taught me it at the end of the day because I kept busting your nuts saying, how did you do that? How did you do that? And in the end, it was, well, I'll show you.
I mean, I've got that from somewhere else, but I don't remember who now. But you know,
yeah, Laser Creation inspired his T64 tank and vignette. Yeah, I love these. I love these zombie apocalypse one, PJ. I love that dio, and I think it's brilliant. And
zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, he gets basic, like say for instance, a Volkswagen van, and he'll turn it into an apocalyptic thing of beauty with different little wood buildings on it, and it's just phenomenal works of art, and I love that because it's greebles, it's getting the saw out, it's you know, and that's right up my alley.
There's a guy in the Boom Hut that does that, and I can't remember what his name is.
I've seen his posts.
He does things like the Messerschmitt, but it's like a car.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And I can't remember his name. I really hate the fact I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but I love all of that, and people like that. Now, that to me is someone that is an artist because, you know, you aspire to learn them techniques. You know, I'm building all my armour at the moment, and I'm building them to the base colour, decal stage and satin varnish stage so that I can just watch all of these weathering channels and these guys, and then I can start learning that technique because as my situation changes, that's the direction I'm going to end up going because it's all brushwork. I'm not having to worry so much, you know. So yeah, I love that. I love what they do, and it is inspirational, isn't it?
Plus, it doesn't do any harm that Martin Novak's actually fun to listen to anyway with his voice.
Ah, he's brilliant.
And he's quite funny.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah, but yeah. They're two channels that every one of you should go and subscribe to because, and it's my mate Martin, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what blows my mind, though, is never mind all these people making models, is watching, and this is what gets me, watching a Japanese craftsman use lacquers, like natural lacquers, to make like either cloison pins or... I watched a guy and he took a paper cup, right? He took a paper cup, just a paper cup. And he basically used lacquers and metal powders. Yeah. And at the end of it, you had this incredibly beautiful cup that was like as hard as a pottery cup, but that was like beautifully shiny, and some of it was shiny metallic. And some of it was like beautiful black lacquer, ebony, dark lacquer. And it's like, you wouldn't know that was a paper. And he was just using a little crappy brush that he'd made himself to put this lacquer on and then sand it and lacquer. And it's like, this lacquer, this actual natural lacquer is fascinating stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's a guy I watch and he makes 1/9 scale motorcycles out of sheets of A4 paper. And he's like, he'll roll the sheet tight and wets it, and it becomes like the beginnings of the exhaust system. And he makes all the frame tubes, the suspension, the wheels, everything out of just sheets of A4 paper. And yet when it's finished, you wouldn't think it was made of paper. It's just unbelievable.
I remember seeing an article about a guy who made an A330, Airbus A330, whatever it is, out of paper. Yeah. And it had things like functioning landing gear and the doors open, and he built the full interior. And it's like, what?
Exactly. And it's like...
And it's all out of paper. It took him years.
It's like Plasmo. He built the H2 carbon. It's even got a working ignition key in it. It's just like, dude, it's just skill level Japan. Do you remember the one I sent you, the guy that does the little room dioramas in the box that goes on the wall? And it's the room he's in. And then when you go and zoom right in on the box of the room he's in, on the wall is a box with a room in it. And it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, he puts them in like unused light switch holes and things, doesn't he?
Yeah, and it's just mad. And it's all lit as well. So, like you say, he might have changed a single or a double socket back to a single. And in the gap, he's got this little room in the box. And it's just Unbelievable. Do you remember
And
the
the thing
guy
is, no matter.
does all the carving on the pins? Have you seen him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
What, the one that does the little figures in the pinhole?
Yeah, in the eye of the needle and that. It's got like an astronaut with the lunar lander, and it's like, how?
And he's the one that has a thing to monitor his heartbeat, does he? Because he carves between heartbeats.
Yeah, he basically on an out breath.
Yeah,
on an out breath and between heartbeats, he does the carving. He did the Lord's Prayer, didn't he, on a grain of rice or something, wasn't it? Or
and he's got things like married couples in the eye of a needle and stuff.
Yeah, phenomenal work.
Yeah, I think no matter how much we try, though, we have to be realistic. None of us will get to skill level Japan because you just have to be Japanese.
No. I mean, look at the guy making the chef's knives.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just phenomenal.
There's something about being Japanese and in the Japanese culture that means you have a different way of doing things, and not an attention to detail, but an ability to sit there and do the most laborious, tedious thing over and over and over and over and over because it's the end result that matters.
Well, this is it. I mean, me and you watched the tea ceremony, didn't we? And we're just transfixed by it. It's just such a beautiful little process that they do. And
I mean, I was watching a guy. He was making some lacquerware. He was making a little like soup bowl.
Oh right,
and it was white china. But on it had little flower petals and stuff, really ornate, complicated pattern.
Oh, right.
Which was in lacquer. And the outlines were all gold. But what you have to do is you have to basically, you start with the bowl and you build the lacquer up. So you draw the design on the bowl. Yeah. You then take the very thin strips of gold and you chop it up into like that wide, and you start to make this little, you make all the outlines like a fence of gold, so it's like about that tall, and he's bending all this gold strip to make all the lines, and then you fill it in with the lacquerware, the lacquer stuff, and then you grind it all down. But it was making this complicated pattern. It's like, imagine you did a drawing of this tank, but instead of drawing all the lines with pencils, every line was a very thin strip of gold that you had to bend into shape and glue into place. That's Japanese, that is. That's the ability to sit there and do that tedious stuff for like hours on end.
Oh, yeah, it's like say, it's just next level stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, we can never be like that.
I mean, we're always joking about it, aren't we? Skill level Japan. It's like,
But the thing is, it's real, because it's true
Japanese. It's just next level artists. Stuff, but that's the sort of thing that inspires us. It really is, because it's a whole new ball game, isn't it?
Edward says, after all, a technique is just that it takes a skill to pull it off. So yeah, feel proud when you're able to pull it off. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I've always said, when it comes to model making, it's not about having talent or skill, really. It's about knowing what tools and techniques to use and how best to use them.
Yeah.
It's like it's like I say in my Who Is Model Making video right from so many years ago. I firmly believe that anybody can do what I do. I mean, I'm no great shakes, but anybody can do any level of model making they set their mind to. All they need to know is what to use and how to use it.
Yeah.
So, it's,
it's like anything. People say, what's the best thing I could learn? And I just say, learn to take advice constructively. Because that's all people are trying to do. They're trying to help you. Don't take it as a negative. Don't take it as a put down. Take it as it's intended. Constructive ways of helping you improve your skills. I often get asked, what's the best model you've built? And I always say, my next one.
The next one. People have said to me before now, it's like, what's the best piece of advice you can give if I'm just starting out? And I say, the best piece of advice I can give is to accept right now, at this exact moment in time, that your first build will be shit.
Yes.
And your second build will, and for a while, you'll be shit. But you'll get less shit as time goes along.
Try not to say that too much, though, will you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
if you don't mind.
I forgot. I thought it's like I got carried away. Like after the show.
If you keep going, it's going to kill it.
I know. So, accept that, when you start out, you're not going to be great.
Yeah.
And don't take people's criticism of that, like you said, don't take it as being nasty. They're not. Yeah. They're just saying, you're not very good because you're just learning, but you're going to get better because we're telling you how to get better and we're teaching you the things. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
gradually.
Don't get me wrong. There's rivet counters out there. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
We all know who the rivet counters are. We ignore that. But good constructive technique doesn't hurt anyone.
No, don't expect to be a master the first thing you do.
Yeah.
Accept that people are going to give advice on where you can improve and take it as advice. Yeah. Take it to heart.
You know, I've done it in the hangout. You know, I said, oh, has anyone got any advice on there? I'm trying to go for this look. What would you do? Because there's people in there that are armour builders, car builders, that have been doing it since year dot. You know, I say, oh, well, I tend to use this product, I tend to use this technique, and it gives me this result. And they'll show you some examples, and you'll go, mean, that's what I'm after, that one. That's the look there. So then it's, oh, yeah, I used bump, 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 and that's how I did it. Cheers, mate. Brilliant. Now, that's not them being up their own arse and being arrogant or anything. That's them offering someone...
Well, yeah, because you said, how did you do it?
Constructive advice. And that's what this hobby is all about, you know, because when we're all gone, someone needs to learn it.
The trick that a lot of people never master is how to actually give constructive advice or criticism.
Yes.
When somebody posts something up and you look at it and you think, okay, I can obviously see where this is lacking in in skills, and I can obviously see where it needs to improve. And you know, sometimes you'll see a picture and you'll be like, oh god, that's terrible, but you know that it's somebody starting out, and you know.
Absolutely. You don't want to deflate them and put them off the hobby. So, you know, if they're not asking for critique, I don't give it. If someone then says any critique or critique welcome or advice accepted.
Can you tell me how I can improve?
Yeah, I wanted to do this, but I didn't know how. Has anyone got an idea how I could achieve it? Then obviously people will put in their suggestions.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
I often find as well that like you, if somebody doesn't ask for, you know, feedback, then don't give it. Just say, oh, that's nice, very good. But if they do, and you've got looking at something that's obviously got quite a few areas for improvement, let's say, I tend to just like focus on one. You don't want to give them like a bulletproof list of 30 things you can do.
Yeah.
It's like I might just say I was looking at this and I might just focus on, say, the chipping or one aspect and say, it looks really good, blah, blah. Have you thought about doing this for this particular thing that you did on that? I wouldn't focus on everything. Because there might be 30 things that need to be improved. But I just focus on one. Yeah. Because somebody else can comment about whatever, I don't know, how he's done the lenses or how he's painted the figure. I'll tell him about, I'll give him some advice about the chipping or the blending or whatever. And you don't want to overwhelm them and say, here's 40 things that you've done wrong.
Well, this is it, you know, because if you rip into someone's build and give 20 negatives, they're like, yeah, I wish I hadn't have asked now.
Yeah.
And you've totally demotivated that person who'll probably never buy another model kit and will leave the hobby. And it's like, oh, that's a shame, you know. I mean, it's just honestly, if we posted some of our original builds,
God, yeah.
You know, they'd get hung, drawn and quartered, wouldn't they?
Exactly. It's giving advice from the frame point of knowing that you were where they are.
Yeah.
And no matter how terrible it is, the thing you're looking at it with your eyes of experience.
Yeah.
To you, you're thinking, oh God, that's terrible. Then you have to think, yes, it's terrible, but that's not,
we've
that's
had
not
to
a fair
learn,
thing to say.
Yeah, we've had to learn through mistakes and all of that. Like, we're still learning, and I hate it when I see someone, you know, oh, this is my first build, and then you get a load of unwanted rivet counting start. And I'm like, oh no, leave them alone, you know, and I'll just actually, I can see where you're going. You know, your next build, blah, 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 what you're building, and try to get them to talk about their next build, because if they're on a load of hate, you want to try to deflect the issue, don't you, away from that. But
that's the good thing about running our own groups, is that your group and my group, when we see that happen, we can just remove it.
Oh, yeah, we just remove it, because at the end of the day, it's not us being dictatorial.
No.
But we're of the mindset where we've all had to learn, and what's the best way of keeping someone motivated? Just constructively help them.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that we're woke, we're not. But we're trying to keep people's enthusiasm going and we all started as really bad modelers, you know, and
oh yeah, we all started as absolutely terrible.
Absolutely. And what would we have done if we had come across that straight away? You would have walked away from it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, it is a whole different story though when you come across someone who, how can I put this diplomatically, has access to all the resources they need.
Bearing in mind we're still live.
I know. Has access to all the resources they need.
Yeah, be careful in the description. I know who you mean. Has
the time and experience to do a good job, and yet still doesn't do a good job. That's difficult because that's a tricky one then, because it's like, well, you're surrounded by other people who are advising you and you're learning from, but you're not. I don't know. There are
people out there that are not open to suggestion because that's how I do it and that's how I'm going to do it and I don't care what you say. Well, them sort of people you can't give advice to.
No, you can't. And it's like, it's frustrating because it's like, I can see how you could get so much better, but you shut yourself off from other people.
They're that close, aren't they? And you're like, yeah, but if there'd been a person that is not willing to improve theirs, that's up to them. That's their decision. But don't bleat about it. Don't say, oh, I wish I was as good as them, but I'm not. Well, you had the opportunity because that individual there tried to give you some pointers and you threw it in their face. So you can't really complain anymore.
No, and it's only frustrating to me in the position of, you know, as someone who labels themselves as a teacher. My whole channel is teaching people. That's the whole point. But so to see someone who is so closed, a person who is so closed to the advice that others are willing to give them, and so close to the idea of, and like you saying, I wish I could get better, but at the same time, they're not taking the advice they're being given. That's so frustrating. Not because, and it's not that, you know, I'm saying they're a terrible person. It's just frustrating because my whole thing is teaching people how to do a good job, or at least to give them the foundation of that. And it's
again, there are people out there that don't want to be taught. Yeah, you know, old dog's new tricks, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, look at the stick you got when we started the educative festa. Do you remember?
Yeah.
You know, and you in the end had to do a disclaimer on the beginning of every one saying, I'm not saying this, I'm not saying that. This is something, you know, and it was me that asked you the questions.
Yeah, I had to basically say, I'm not saying that I'm any good.
You know, and people were basically saying, oh, you're patronising the bloke. He knows what he's doing. And they totally got the wrong end of the stick over it. Yeah, you know, and we had to step in the end and say, look, this isn't Fox saying he's better than everyone else. This is, I've been busting his nuts going, how did you do that with a brush? Because I'm an airbrusher, not a brush painter. There's a difference, you know, and I didn't get how he was able to do that effect with a paintbrush because I'm heavy-handed. No matter how I paint, I will leave brush strokes. And he's basically engineered a way of teaching me with these great clumps of meat that I call hands to achieve that result. And that's only because he's had the patience to sit and do it. But without going into details, I know he copped a load of BS over it.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally why I had to say in every show, and I'll have to when we do more of them, is my disclaimer every time, and this is for the audience's benefit, was basically, I'm not saying I'm any good. I think I'm mediocre at best, but Colin wants to learn different ways to do various techniques, and he's watched other people on YouTube do these things. He's taken everybody's methods and he's watching Night Shift, he's watching all these other people, he's learning from them how they do it. The difference with me is I'm not saying I'm any good, but he's got access to me and I can sit down with him and show him physically on a stream. I can spend a couple of hours actually saying, do this, do that, rather than him just watching a video of me. Why don't we just sit down and stream it? So I had to make this disclaimer saying, I'm not saying I'm good. He just wants to know how I do it. So
when I got back into this hobby, pretty much 90% of my stuff was airbrush related. I owned 4 paintbrushes. Probably only ever used a paintbrush to do the odd little bit of like clear orange on a lens, or that sort of thing, or a bolt head on an engine block. The rest of it was all airbrush. And when we started this little Q&A thing with the way Fox does his brush work, he's like, "What brushes have you got?" And I laid my paintbrushes on me mat. Do you remember?
Yeah, and I was like,
in the politest possible way, he did mock me mercilessly. He said,
I think the phrase was, "Burn them all."
He's like, "Is that what you use?" And I went, "But I'm not a brush painter, mate." I said, "I've got 9 airbrushes in front of me, and everything is airbrush related. That's my paintbrushes." And he's like, "Dude, really?" And I went, "You asked."
Yep.
So that was the first thing to sort out, wasn't it? Was different brushes, different dry brushes, different this, different that.
But people really thought it was like me being all, I know everything, and I had to say, look, if Colin knew Martin Kovac personally, then you can bet your backside he'd have him on a live stream showing him how he does his stuff as well.
My mate Martin, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, he only knows me.
Yeah.
Out of all the YouTube channels he's watched to learn stuff,
yeah,
he only knows me personally, so he can sit down with me on live. He can't do it with anybody else. He has to watch their videos. But if he can sit down with, so I was like, it's not me saying I'm clever or smart. I'm not.
No, but you did.
He just wants to learn He just wants to learn how I do stuff.
Me that you was getting, because I wasn't aware this was happening until we was off air one day just chatting. Yeah. And I said, "I don't like that." I said, "That's not on." I said, "No one's got a right to give you GBH at Hero, because that's not what this is about." And in the end, I jumped in one day on the live stream, wasn't it? And said, "Oh, by the way, the doubters out there, this isn't the case." We came up with just do a disclaimer, because it was beginning to get on your nerves a little bit, wasn't it? Because
and then it just became instant, like just routine to say, just
people were throwing darts at you, weren't they? And it's like, nah, that's not the point.
Horses' heads. But I mean, I've always very often, regularly, obviously maintained that my painting skills are mediocre, and I deliberately keep my painting style to like tabletop plus a little bit. If I wanted to, I could learn how to paint even better, but I don't want to, because I want to teach people the foundation.
Yeah, I mean,
don't want to teach
your whole ethos is, I will teach you to get your stuff tabletop or parade ready to enjoy this game. And that's what you're about. And that lets the average punter go, "Oh, well, I'll have a go at doing that, because that's what I want to do." And that's what it's about.
I want to give people the foundation. So I'm not going to teach someone how to paint a Golden Demon winning figure.
That's
because
where,
A, that's not my skill level. B, I'd be talking to someone who would already have a significant painting ability at that point anyway, and that doesn't interest me. I aim my stuff, when I eventually do any stuff, I aim my stuff at the people who can barely paint. Which is why I say use a wet palette, because if I was teaching Golden Demon level painting, they'd have a wet palette. They would. I'm aiming at in the same way that Games Workshop, they have their cone of, what do they call it? The cone of something, or this cone of abilities. Like, their entire target is the beginner who doesn't know what they're doing. Yeah. And by the time they know what they're doing, that's where they lose interest in that customer, and that customer goes to Forge World. Because their interest is the beginners, and that's me. I want to give people a foundation, and then they can go off and learn the more complex techniques.
Oh, absolutely.
If they want to. I'm never going to teach them how to paint a wall-winning thing. I'm going to teach them how to paint this level.
This is it. We'd basic. All love to paint like a Golden Demon winner. Don't get me wrong, but it's a whole new level, isn't it? And for me, you've got to do it in incremental steps. Learn the basics, and then
yeah. I mean, I would never get to that point of teaching people that, because A, I don't have the skill, and B, I'm far too lazy to learn that to that level. No. I'm happy being mediocre.
I was interested, because Fox found it strange, because I'd put his stuff on a playlist, and I would sit and watch it, and I would leave a comment. They go, "Oh, you've been watching me videos?" Well, yeah, because I want to learn how to do that. I said, so, that's why I watch them. And I just bung them on a playlist. It earns him a bit of revenue, and I sit and learn something. And then it was, have you thought of doing this? Trying that.
And The other thing that's interesting in by way of a little bit of payback as well for that, which I haven't told you before, is that when you told me that, it kind of made me think about changing the way I do my videos. So part of the reason I went from doing the turn the camera on, talk for 15 minutes, and then just show it, and then I used to do it all live. I stopped doing that, and I started moving towards the next. We're going to do this clip of me painting thing. I explain it, move on to the next thing. It's like 30 seconds, a minute of each step.
Oh yeah, Duncan-esque. Yeah,
the Warhammer TV Duncan style. Part of the reason I did that because you said, "Oh, I'm watching your stuff to learn." I'm thinking I need to make my stuff more digestible for people just doing that.
Yeah.
So in a way, I'm grateful to you for that because it's faster to do. It's less work. Yay.
Yeah. Well, it's like the whole voice-overing thing, because I leave my camera running like I did on the live stream tonight, and then I will edit sections out of that and voice it over. It's easy for me because if I can't, unlike Fox, I can't say, right, at 3 o'clock today, I'm going to go and film for 15 minutes because I might have a bout of the shakes or the twitches, so I can't do that. I just sit at the bench, leave the camera running, do my thing, and then edit it together and voice over it. It got you into doing the voiceovers, didn't it, in the end? Because it works, doesn't it?
But it's good for me because it made me film this way that I can just film little snippets and then do the voiceover, and it means my turnaround for a production is a lot faster. But I think more importantly, apart from the fact it works for my laziness, more importantly, I hope. And I only started doing it towards the last few videos I put up, so it's that I will get back to doing more videos. I hope it makes my videos more accessible to people wanting to learn. Yeah. Because they're not having to sit through 10, 15 minutes of conversation before they actually get to me saying, right, now we're going to do this. Yeah. Every step.
Well, this is it. I mean, instructional content, which is the direction you want to go in, it's like when you went to school, you didn't have your teacher giving 20 minutes of the history of the kit or what they're about to teach you. They would go, Bob, sit down, right, bank, 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 and that was it. And that's what your videos are becoming, isn't it? You know, it's
more just a play it, pause it, play it, pause it, play it, pause it. Next we do this, right, pause.
Yeah, look at Duncan. He'll go, right, I'm going to paint this red. Bing. I've got 9 more of them to do. He's not going to show you the other 8, sorry. He just, boom, goes to the next bit. Now they're done, we're going to do this. Now that's done, we're going to do that.
Just enough information to explain how you're doing it and why you're doing it and why you're doing it where you are. And show it and then move on. And it does make for, I hope it makes for more accessible videos for people wanting to learn. And that's when I do get back to filming stuff. I started doing it towards the end of the last sort of year of filming, and hopefully I'm going to get back into that. So yeah, but that's your fault, and I'm grateful to you for that.
Oh, that's right. PJ says, I've honed my building and painting techniques over 5 decades. I'll give advice to anyone that's willing to listen and learn, but I won't force them to do what I do. They need to find their own way. Exactly, PJ. There's more than one way of skinning a cat. You'll give them your technique. They take A, B, and C. They juggle it around, and they then, nothing wrong with that.
The mistake that a lot of people make when they think that the bee's knees is that they give advice to people, and their mindset is, I know the correct way to do this.
Oh, which
is wrong.
Yeah, I famously call them sort of people oracles because they think they're the only person that knows how to do it, and they're an expert. And it's like,
so when somebody says to me, "How do you paint that?" and I say, "Well, there's many ways to do it. I'm going to show you how I do it."
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily the right way, but it's how I do it. Because I have no illusions, A, to my level of painting ability, which is, like I say, mediocre, or B, that I'm doing anything the right way. I'm just doing the way it works for me. So I always say, this is just the way I do it. It's not the right way to do it, necessarily. If anything, I show you the lazy way to do stuff, because that's what I do.
I mean, I tend to look at them sort of folks and think they actually have just alienated their viewers because their whole presentation is the, I'm an expert, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a phantom of knowledge. And you're like, I'm just going to go and watch someone else because,
anyone that says, I'm going to paint you to teach me as good as me. Whereas I just say, I'm going to teach you to do what I do.
Yeah, but it's like you say, I mean, even after the length of time you've been doing filming, you've found a way of going, actually, I need to just change that and now go in this direction. And, hey, mate,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
it'll work a treat.
Aye. Yeah. How long have you been sat down for, Spud? It's 3:30, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to wind up now, mate, because I've got to, one, go and have me dinner, and I really have got to get out of this chair now.
Well, I was going to tell you to stand up for a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, I won't. Yeah, I'll be a bit wobbly if I do on air. So, yeah. All right, then, folks. Sorry to bore you to death there with our inane drivel.
Hey, they love it. They love it. They can't get enough of us because we're awesome.
Yeah, it's just one of them, isn't it? It's. I love the community side of things, and I just love the learning and the inspiration it gives us. So, yeah.
Except that one guy. We don't like him, but, you know, other than that.
Yeah, PJ says, anyway, he says, great stream, chaps. See you all on Sunday, Chow. No worries, PJ. Look forward to it. Don't forget, folks, good segue. Sunday, 2 p.m. UK time. Come and join me and the gang for the Workbench live on Sundays, or Sunday at the Bench even. We'll be doing a bit of gallery, interjecting with what we've currently got on our benches. So come and join me and the gang for that. Remember, like, subscribe and ring the bell for any notifications. Obviously, you can support me by becoming a member, going to Patreon, blah. And we'll see you on the next one, folks.
Aye.
Massive thanks
Take
to
care,
each and every one of you for coming in. And we'll see you again. Take care now.
Adios, amigos.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best.